and women this day and comfort their families, and keep our drivers and teams safe as they compete for us today. And we make all these prayers with great faith, hope, and love. Amen.
Here today to honor America with the performance of our national anthem, please welcome the U.S. Army Chorus Quartet.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare
crowd on hand for some high-speed racing for the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. Just located about a mile south of Brooklyn, Michigan. And you can check out some of the murals and artwork on the walls of the buildings. When we come back, it's The Command.
Everybody ready, set, go. Rev it up and let's roll. There's a party in the fast lane. Got my hands on the wheel and I'm flying. Heartbeat loud as the thunder rolls. Riding in on the stampede line.
Welcome to Michigan International Speedway for NASCAR Sprint Cup Series racing. 3 races remain before the chase. Some of the storylines we're going to be covering. Go to pit road and start with Kelly Stavist.
Rick, for just the second time this year, Jimmie Johnson will be starting from the front row. After qualifying second, he said Good Fridays usually lead to good Sundays, and they could use it. Last week's 7th place finish, just their second top 10 in the last 10 races. This is a team that's trying to build momentum as they head to the chase. Dave?
Denny Hamlin was fastest in final practice, but 1 lap later, his car was in the grass, tearing up the front end of this race car. After hours of repair, it'll be interesting to see if the 11 is as good as it was yesterday. Mike?
Dave, with 4 wins already in 2016, Kyle Busch is in position to potentially be the #1 seed heading into the playoffs. Be sure, though, he wants to add to that win total and get the bonus points. To do that, however, he'll need to overcome his recent history at Michigan. He hasn't finished among the top 10 here in his last 6 starts. People in the garage, though, say the 18 car is one of the fastest cars here. He will be tough to beat this afternoon, rolling off from the 16th position, Marty.
Mike, think about how brave these drivers are. Joey Logano said he had to talk himself into driving into turn 1 that deep in qualifying to put the car on the pole. Remember, they're going about 220 miles an hour. The advantage, they have the #1 pit stall. They think that's the best #1 pit stall in all of NASCAR. Time to get the engines cranked up.
Race fans, it is time for those most famous words in motorsports. Here to give the command to start the engines, please welcome today's Grand Marshal, head coach of the Detroit Red Wings, Jeff Blashill.
Drivers, start your engines!
Cars have come to life. We mentioned the sense of urgency. Drivers looking for their first win. Guys like Austin Dillon or Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, and Ryan Blaney, all trying to get that first win like Dale Jarrett did back in 1991 at this track. NASCAR on NBCS8 is brought to you by Pennzoil Synthetics. Make the switch to Pennzoil Synthetics today. Credit One Bank, the official credit card of NASCAR, and by Smithfield Foods.
The pressure mounts to make the chase. Every point critical when you're battling for a championship.
It's basically the bottom of the ninth.
There's a lot of people in do or die mode. Intensity goes up, patience goes down, the frustration goes up.
Can they afford to drive with reckless abandon
The whole reason we all do this is to be the champions.
And Michigan International Speedway is the next step closer to the championship. It's time to take a look at the starting grid for today's race. Up front, Joey Logano. He could sweep both races here in 2016 from the pole. Did it earlier in June. The 26-year-old out of Middletown, Connecticut, looking to also make history. If he can win, it will be 3 consecutive wins for the pole winner at Michigan.
Row 2, we have Denny Hamlin, a 2-time Michigan winner who spun in final practice. He'll start next to Kevin Harvick, who won here back in 2010.
And row 3, we have Chase Elliott, who finished second here in June, starting next to Alex Bowman, who's 7 for Dale Jr. in the 88 car.
Back in row 4, it's a 22-year-old out of High Point, North Carolina, Ryan Blaney. He needs a win if he wants to be in the fight for the championship.
A pair of 2-time winners make up row 5, Carl Edwards and Ryan Newman.
And row 6, we have 2 drivers that need a win to transfer into the chase, Casey Kane, Kyle Larson.
Back in row 7, Matt Kenseth and Martin Truex Jr. Kenseth, he's won here 3 times. Martin Truex Jr. has finished second twice.
Tony Stewart won Michigan back in 2000, making his final start at Michigan today, and Kyle Busch.
In row 9, we have Austin Dillon, who really needs a solid day to protect his spot in the chase grid, starting next to Brad Keselowski.
Back in row 10, 41 of Kurt Busch. He's a 3-time Michigan winner, and each in a different make. Let's see if we can talk to the pole winner. Up front, Joey Logano. Let's tune him in, Jeff.
Hey, Joey, is Jeff up in the booth? You with us?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Well, you and your team, you won the pole and the race here in the spring. You won the pole again for today. Does that mean you're going to win today's race?
Well, I sure hope so. I hope history repeats itself. We'll wait and see. A lot of things can happen throughout this race. Obviously, there'll be a lot of strategy that happens, and keeping this clean air is going to be important. So we'll race hard to stay up front, and hopefully after 400 miles, the Shell Pennzoil Ford still up front.
We've heard a lot about this low downforce package and how hard the cars are drive with it. Tell us what we can expect to watch today.
Craziness, pretty much. Restarts are probably the most treacherous moments out here. You get this long front straightaway we're on right now. Before you get to turn 1, it's plenty of opportunity to go 3 or 4 wide, and there's not really that much room when you get to the corners. So usually that's where it gets kind of bottled up. And obviously you got the big drafts on the straightaway. You're still going 250 miles an hour. So we'll be on our game all day and try to make taking advantage of every opportunity that comes to us.
Well, we will be watching for sure. Good luck today. Have fun.
All right, thanks, guys. Have a good time up there.
Danger at its highest when you're going over 200+ miles an hour entering turns 1 and 3. We'll be able to ride along safely with a few different drivers. The 95 of Michael McDowell has the Thrivent Financial in-car camera and will start 35th. Casey Mears has the Geico onboard camera and will start 28th today. Austin Dillon with the Coca-Cola in-car camera starting in row 9. Carl Edwards has the Sprint onboard camera and he will start 9th today. Kevin Harvick also carrying a camera and will start in the 2nd row in the 4th position. And up front, we just heard from him and rode along with him. Joey Logano has the Ford in-car camera and will start from the pole again. A little bit of an overcast day, but we have some great shots from above. Aerial coverage provided by our partners at Smithfield Foods. Let's go back down to Kelly.
Rick, Jamie McMurray is currently 15th in the chase standings, 42 points to the good, but when I talked to his crew chief, Matt McCall, today, he made it clear they have no intentions of getting in on points alone. They want to win their way in. They seem to have found some speed. They've got 4 top 10s in the last 6 races, and they start 8th today, Dave.
Kelly, in June with 50 laps to go, Chase Elliott had the lead, could have gotten the win that will put him into the chase, but he did what he called a dumb mistake. I asked him this morning if he reviewed any of that video to see if he could correct that. He said no. Then he said, if I don't know what I did in that moment that was wrong, I need to be doing something else. Last I checked, he's still the driver of the 24. Mike?
Dave, when Ryan Blaney left here in June, he was very good in terms of playoff position, 11 points ahead of the cutoff. Now, 8 races later, though, things have changed. He's 68 points below it in a must-win situation. I spoke with him moments ago, and he said, I got to be aggressive. I'm leaving nothing on the table today. Absolutely going for the win. Marty?
Mike, no doubt the pressure building for all these teams outside of the chase, including Kyle Larson, who told us a moment ago that he feels like this is his best chance to win one of the final 3 regular season races in 2016. When I talked to his crew chief, Chad Johnson, earlier today, he told me, you know what we have to do is we have to learn how to complete these races. Kyle clearly has the speed to do it, but the last quarter of the race, that's where we need to get better. Can they do it today, Rick?
Thanks, Marty. Let's look at the particulars of this race. A 200-lap, 400-mile race. The pit road speed will be 55 miles per hour. And, of course, there have been loops added on this pit road, so speeding could once again catch someone. The fuel window, 46 to 49 laps. And today, because of rain yesterday, there will be a competition caution at lap 20. Let's take a look at today's Ram Guts and Glory.
When you look at Hendrick Motorsports, we've talked all weekend long about how they've found some speed. They seem to be more competitive here. Can they go back to their glory days? Can they get a car back into victory lane?
And it's going to take a lot of guts from those bubble drivers. The bubble drivers have to find a way to protect and understand when to be smart and when to be aggressive. You're going to have to be aggressive on these restarts if you're going to gain spots, but use too much guts, you can find yourself with a poor finish.
And the cars now trying to keep the tires up just a bit as they work their way through 3 and 4 for the last time before the green flag flies.
Well, in turns 1 and 2 can be very slick. Every time this racetrack is sat, it seems to lose just a little bit of grip.
Yeah, we heard Joey Logano talk about the nerve he had to get up in qualifying to get into turn 1 as hard as he needed to. Well, he did that by himself. Now we're getting ready to send 40 cars in there with this low downforce package on a slick racetrack for the first time. Could get exciting.
Joey Logano has chose the outside line for the start. That puts Jimmie Johnson on his inside. We have already heard it could be 2, 3, 4, even 5 wide as they get ready to enter turn 1. 3 races to go before the chase. They're 2 by 2. Green flags in the air in Michigan. Jimmie Johnson spun his tires a bit on that start. Bottled up the inside line. We'll see if they can get the momentum back.
Aggressive move on the outside to make it 3 wide.
And they fan out going down the back stretch as they rocket into turn number 3. Top 7 cars trying to break away early as they get single file and head into turn number 1. Joey Logano, Jimmie Johnson, Kevin Harvick, Alex Bowman, Ryan Blaney, Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott. Jimmie Johnson goes up the track. Kevin Harvick takes advantage.
And you see how narrow that groove is in 1 and 2, Rick. The 48 gets up the racetrack just barely out of the black, loses a spot to Kevin Harvick, but now also lost time to the 88 and the 21.
21 of Ryan Blaney. Look at the inside of the 88 of Alex Bowman. Again, Bowman subbing for Dale Earnhardt Jr., recovering from a concussion.
And really what a great job Alex Bowman has done all weekend long. The 88 has shown speed, but we listened to him in practice, giving Greg Ives great information about his chassis and running well early in this race.
This is interesting right here. Jamie Murray on the inside of Casey Kane. Can he pull that pass off? He does. That's what all the drivers talk about. When you get underneath a car, that's when it's very difficult to keep your car in its line. But Jamie Murray looked easily to be able to pass.
Want to listen in to Chris Buescher in the 34 radio. Might be having issues early.
Guys, we got no power. It's flat. You can hear it. It's flat.
So when he says flat,
yeah,
he doesn't mean a tire. He means the engine, the sound of the engine, the power of the engine is flat, like it's not producing power. You have the one good thing for this 34 is they only have to make it to the lap 20 caution. They can come to pit road and see the issue, but you never know if it's correctable. Maybe it's something simple as a plug wire or an issue like that, but if it's internal, it's going to be a long day for the 34. Think about those chase implications.
Well, and there's a big points battle going on for the 30th spot between Chris Buescher and David Reagan, trying to stay in the top 30. Chris Buescher already has a win, but has to be in the top 30 in points to be eligible for the chase. Kelly.
And beyond that, this team just trying to make some progress. So if they do make it to the chase, they can be a little bit more competitive. They just said it sounds like it's down one. I assume that means down the cylinder. And the crew chief, Bob Osborne, saying they're going to try to wait it out till the competition caution, which will come at about lap 20.
Ryan Newman in the 31, just in front of the 42 of Kyle Larson. Larson, one of the drivers we highlighted earlier, needing a win. Needs to get his first win in the Sprint Cup Series.
We talked about restarts and how important they are, and also with this low downforce package, how difficult it's going to be to pass underneath somebody, around other cars. See on the restart, see the 19 car of Carl Edwards on the bottom of the racetrack in the worst spot. Look how free he got with Kasey Kahne right behind him. This is what I saw when I said I thought that was, I made a mistake. I thought it was Austin Dillon in the high line. It wasn't Austin Dillon, but that's what I saw on the outside. Something big happening. Lucky that wasn't a big wreck. Nice job of getting loose, but keeping it with reasonable lane, not going all the way to the top of the racetrack. But that's just what these drivers are going to deal with all day.
And what impressed me there was the one of Jamie McMurray almost sensed that the 19 was coming up and moved up the racetrack, but he couldn't have seen him. It was on his lower left rear, and so he would not have seen him, but it looked like he sensed him and moved up the racetrack.
Something that was good to see early as we see two teammates here running nose to tail, Carl Edwards and Matt Kenseth, is it seems like turns 1 and 2, the cars stay right in the middle of the racetrack, right in the black. You see both these cars here in that lane. We've talked about the lane that the Tire Dragon put rubber down on over the weeks leading up to this race. But down here in 3 and 4, if you watch these two cars, Matt Kenseth has an opportunity. When Carl Edwards turns in, Matt Kenseth has the chance to go below the 19, all the way down to the white line, or vice versa. Carl Edwards goes to the white line, Matt Kenseth can stay a lane higher in the black and still have grip.
And that's important because if you can run multiple grooves, that means that Matt Kenseth can keep cleaner air on his car. If there's only one groove, you have to follow a guy, then all the air leaves your car because the car in front of you is robbing that air. So having a chance to run multiple grooves gives these drivers a chance to keep their car fast where it is. You see, trying to make a move right now in the 20 car.
Matt Kenseth looked to the inside of the 19. That's the big goal for all the drivers, finding grip around this racetrack, having an advantage over someone else as Kenseth dives to the bottom of the track.
This is going to be an impressive pass if Matt Kenseth can complete it. He completes it with ease right here on the exit of turn 4. You know, Rick, we talk about speed at this racetrack and how fast this track is. Nothing, in my opinion, shows the speed more than a camera that Booty Barker in the 13 car allowed us to put low down on the front bumper. This camera is just above the splitter on Casey Mears' car, and the vantage point shows how fast he's going. That's only inches off the racetrack, Jeff.
It is incredible. When you're in the race car, the feeling of speed is there. These straightaways, look how long this straight is. He just got on the wall. It goes forever, so you have a chance to build a tremendous amount of speed. He's still going. Just now it's going to lift off the throttle, but look how fast the race car is going.
That's right. Look how fast everything goes by. Those billboards you see on the wall, they're hundreds of feet apart, but they go by like they're telephone poles, like one right after another.
Watching Bill's speed here, you see the miles per hour. He was 168 low speed. Now he's at the start-finish line. That's right at 200. Approaching turn 1. 214.
Steve, you mentioned the billboards on the side. Approximately 100 yards separate them. Well, they travel, when they're going 200 miles an hour, they're traveling 1 football field a second. That's how fast these cars are going.
It's just amazing how simple these drivers make over 200 miles an hour look. It's truly remarkable the speeds they're going, and look how close the racing is. Right in front of the 13, you see nose to tail.
In June, Joey Logano won the pole, ended up winning the race as Chase Elliott continues to chase after the 11 of Denny Hamlin. Those two fighting for 6th and 7th. Logano trying to get another win in Michigan.
Got my hands on the wheel and I'm flying.
NASCAR on NBCSN is brought to you by Sprint, proud sponsor of the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. Ford, we go further so you can. And by Credit One Bank, the official credit card of NASCAR. Big story early for Chris Buescher, trying to stay in the top 30 in points. We take a look at Chris Buescher and how he is in relation to David Ragan, just 7 points ahead of 31st as they run. Sprint's network reliability now within 1% of Verizon. Switch today. Save 50% on most Verizon, AT&T, or T-Mobile rates. Visit a Sprint store or sprint.com/network today. Let's listen in. Chris Buescher still trying to figure out what the engine issue might be. This is what I had to say on the radio.
All right, TK, this is what we're going to do. When the caution comes out, we're going to pit. We're going to go under the hood and check for what cylinder's down and start fixing it. And we're going to fill it. We're not going to do tires right off. We may close the hood and send him to stay on the lead lap, but we'll see.
When he says fix it, potentially a spark plug wire has come loose.
Fix it. Yeah.
I mean, that's about all you can do, isn't it, to fix a cylinder that's gone down?
Well, so what Bob Osborne says, we're going to check the cylinders. How they're going to do that is check the temperature of each header tube coming out of the cylinders. If one of those cylinders aren't firing, it's going to be much cooler, hundreds of degrees cooler than the other cylinders. If that's accurate, then they can try to diagnose if it is a simple fix or not.
And the other problem he's having is that Joey Logano and Kevin Harvick is setting such a pace that they're coming on him, and he may go a lap down. It'll be close whether they catch him or not, but heard Bob Osborne talking about trying to stay in the lead lap. They're going to need to go as fast as they can to stay in the lead lap before this caution comes out.
Again, a competition caution scheduled for around lap 20th. They're on lap 19 now of the 200 laps scheduled. Joey Logano still out in front of Kevin Harvick, but only by about 3 car lengths. Battle for 6th on the right side of your screen.
See Denny Hamlin trying to take advantage of the 24 Chase Elliott as he tried to pass the lap car, the 32 of Jeffrey Earnhardt. That's a backup car for Jeffrey. He had a little accident in practice. They had to unload and prepare the backup 32 car.
When we went away, it was Denny Hamlin that was out in front of Chase Elliott. So Chase has been able to get in front of Denny, but can't lose him now. Denny Hamlin staying right near his back bumper, trying to hang on to that 6th spot. And the battle for the lead closes in as they are now on lap 20. We would expect to see the competition caution coming as soon as Logano is able to complete this lap.
We saw the 11 of Hamlin way up the racetrack. You see the opposite, Kevin Harvick trying to work the bottom.
2 grooves in 3 and 4. That is such a great thing to see, and I really think it has something to do with both the aerodynamic package but also Michigan Speedway. It's been documented. They brought in the machine that puts rubber down, drags tires down into the groove, and I really think that's allowing these race car drivers to get a little bit wider down in the turns 3 and 4.
This is going to be really interesting to me as Joey Logano catches these slower cars. If he catches them in the corner, how it affects his car, and can Kevin Harvick take advantage of caution out right now?
That caution saves Chris Buescher because he was just in front of the race leader, Joey Logano.
Competition caution comes out. So now the drivers on the lead lap will be able to come on to pit road first. Only 3 drivers off of the lead lap.
You know what that does mean, though, Rick? 34 cars will be on pit road. And, excuse me, 37 cars will be on pit road. And that'll be very congested, and we expect to see differing strategies, whether it's fuel only, maybe only right side tires, maybe 4 tires. What that really means is people will be entering and exit at very different times. It's sometimes hard to guess when the car in front of you or behind you is leaving, so these drivers and crew chiefs are going to have to communicate very well to not damage their cars on the pit stop.
Something you will want to be very familiar with. It's NASCAR Drive. It's NASCARs.com live race day companion. Select your in-car video or camera angle, access integrated driver stats, lap-by-lap commentary, and social conversations all in real time. You don't want to miss a lap when you visit NASCAR.com/drive on your personal computer right now. Cars all tucking up to the back of the cars in front of them. You can't pass under caution, so everyone will get in single file line as they get ready to come to pit road. You see the lights in the back of the pace car is green, meaning pit road is now open. So they will be able to come to pit road now, and everyone will be chasing after Joey Logano. Mentioned earlier, pit stall 1, the most advantageous here. Why is that?
Well, the camera, what scores the cars off from pit road, is only 15 feet in front of the 22's pit box. That means he doesn't even need to get to pit road speed. They drop the jack, that 22 car rolls forward. That's where he scored, even if a car drives by him past the camera.
And here they come to you guys. Kelly.
Jimmie Johnson making his way down pit road. He said he was super tight off landing, and he bound up. The car bound out off the wall. Chad Knaus going to make a chassis adjustment, and it looks like it's going to be just 2 tires for the 48. Meanwhile, Alex Bowman also started off tight. He raised the track bar, but instead it started to free up, so he started to lower it down. Also a 2-tire stop for the 88, Marty.
Kevin Harvick pulling into his stall. He said I need a little bit of rear grip, but he was pretty happy with that car. You can see him catching the 22 at the end. Going to be a slight air pressure adjustment. Joey Logano, though, 2 Goodyear tires and fuel, Sunoco fuel, and that's it. Logano said we got freer the further we ran. You saw a wedge adjustment and air pressure adjustment as well, Rick.
Numerous with 2-tire stops. Race Off Pit Road brought to you by Geico. Joey Logano stays out front.
Some camouflage is made to stand out. Just in time for hunting season, introducing the Silverado Realtree Edition. Check it out at Chevy.com. Chevy Silverado, an official vehicle of NASCAR.
Welcome back to Michigan International Speedway. We are under the first caution. It was a competition caution that came out on lap 21. Kelly.
And Chris Buescher in that 34 car fighting to stay on the lead lap and fighting to stay in the top 30 at points. They had one lengthy pit stop as they tried to check out under the hood to see what was going on with the engine. They're going to bring him back down. The problem is it sounds like they may have lost their lap, that they did not get out ahead of the pace car. We're trying to get more information on that, but they're obviously bringing them back in. They said all the headers are hot, and they're going to try to change as many plugs as they can on this stop. But it's crucial for this team to get back on the lead lap. They need to stay in the top 30. Specifically, they need to stay ahead of the 23 car to keep that spot in the points and get their position in the chase.
Well, Jeff, I was watching the 34 leaving pit road the last time, and it was very close to the pace car, so NASCAR has let us know that he did not make that lap. So he's lost one lap. The big concern is, as they sit here on pit road trying to correct the issue, the leaders are halfway down the backstretch, and they're coming to the green. So it's one thing to lose a lap. You can get the wave by the lucky dog underdog a lot of opportunities to get a lap back, but when you get more than one lap down, very hard to dig out of that hole, even if you are lucky enough to correct the problem.
One of the things they have going for them, though, is they don't have to maintain a cautious pace around. They can catch up. So once they come off pit road, they're going to have to go wide open all the way around to try to catch up to the field.
Well, that's not going to happen because he is only 5 pit stalls onto pit road. Right. He still has to run pit road speed for basically a half a mile down the front stretch here at Michigan. And these cars are coming out of turn 4, so the 34 is going to lose at least another lap.
And they continue to work under the hood for Chris Buescher.
But now is the time to fix it. You better off fixing it now rather than doing it later. That's a difficult spot. Take your poison now.
Once again, Joey Logano has chosen the outside line. Kevin Harvick on the inside for this restart. Chase Elliott changes lanes just after he gets past the start-finish line. Side by side for the lead. Kevin Harvick takes it away from Joey Logano on the bottom of the racetrack.
With a lot of confidence, Jeff. He drove it into the bottom of turns 1 and 2, almost assured that thing was a stick.
He did a great job on the start. On the initial start, he was able to keep up with Joey Logano. Then when he got to him, he got right to him, took the air off of Joey, and turned left and made his car stick.
Harvick, Logano, Johnson, 1, 2, and 3.
And there's a crash wreck off turn 4. The 18 car's gone around.
18 of Kyle Busch around and now into the grass.
All right, get it rolling when you can. Rolling when you can. Go ahead.
Now we'll have to see with some rain yesterday in the area. We'll see how wet that grass is. Can the 18 get out of the grass unassisted? Kyle's doing a nice job of trying to find some traction.
Probably want to get a run at it.
Hey, I was afraid when he stopped there he wasn't going to be able to get moving again, but
look at the nose. The nose actually looks pretty good on the 18. We saw the 11 spin in almost the same location in practice.
It looks like it looks like now all 4 tires might be down on the 18.
I'll be honest, Rick, it's so hard to tell. These cars run such low ride heights. They're about on the ground as they are. But here's the 18 right at the bottom, right on that white line, exiting turn 4. You see him start to go up the racetrack. The 19 gets on the outside of him, Jeff, and it just seems like the side force is gone, and around goes the 18.
He knew he had trouble well before he spun. You saw the speed come out of the car. Everybody just caught him, and he was probably already very loose. And then when the cars went on the outside of him, that just made him that much more loose. Mike.
Well, guys, just before that pit stop, Kyle had radioed in saying the car started off okay, but was progressively getting looser and looser. And as Steve alluded to, when you get side by side with this particular package, it's awfully tough to hold on to the race car. They're contemplating right now, the crew chief and driver, whether or not they should come down pit road. They're worried about what the splitter is doing, whether or not it's on the ground and being damaged. So they're making that decision now.
Spin by the 2015 Sprint Cup Series champion. He struggles at Michigan as of late.
My favorite driver is my dad.
Tony Stewart, well, I like because my mom likes him.
I like Tony Stewart because he's the man. My favorite driver is Casey Kane because I drive number 5 too. My favorite driver is Kyle Busch because he has M&Ms on his car. I love M&Ms because they have chocolate in them.
Kids drive NASCAR, and obviously today, not M&Ms is the paint scheme for the 18, but interstate battering, but also M&Ms on the side for Kyle Busch. They come back to the restart zone. Kevin Harvick has chosen the outside line as well. Green flag back in the air. Joey Logano on the inside. Harvick on the outside. Denny Hamlin with a good run on the high side, trying to take second away from Logano. Logano struggling with restarts early today, as now he has Jimmy Johnson on the inside trying to take third away.
78 at Truex, he decided he wanted the outside, so he jumped up behind Logano to try to get on the outside of the 48 to get some momentum off of turn 4. Looks like it was a smart move.
You'll notice it's Doppler's screen. Our chase tracker. If you have green under your name, you are in the chase. That means you're with the win and in the top 30 in points. If yellow is underneath your name, it is in the top 16 in points, but not secured with a position yet.
You just saw Alex Bowman right there doing really good job of clearing and getting back in line. I was nervous he was on the bottom and they were going to freight train him because the bottom of the racetrack, I just think it does not have as much grip. That's why the 78 earlier went to the top to try to make the pass.
Chris Buescher has scored 2 laps down. The 18 of Kyle Busch 1 lap down. The only 2 cars not on the lead lap. Out front, Kevin Harvick, Denny Hamlin, Martin Truex Jr., Joey Logano, Jimmy Johnson, the top 5. Alex Bowman subbing for Dale Earnhardt Jr., running 6. Ryan Blaney, Casey Kane, Chase Elliott, and Paul Menard, the top 10.
Been here for 3 days watching these in-cars, and it still just shocks me how quickly they're back to the gas. Joey Logano, you heard how early in the corner. Listen to him as he goes down there turn 1. Out of the gas, but then listen how quickly he gets back to wide open throttle.
And 217 miles an hour entering turn 1. With some updates on pit road, we go to Dave.
Rick, remember yesterday in final practice, this car augured into the grass off of turn 4 after a spin. They spent a lot of time repairing it. I talked with Wheels, the crew chief, about that splitter area, that light blue area right next to the track there. He said, I think we either got it 99% good or 101% good. I don't think we got it perfect, but we'll know after the first run. Very minor adjustment for him after that first run, so they think they've got it right, Kelly.
Bowman subbing for Dale Earnhardt Jr. for the second time this year, and he said, you know, it's definitely easier this time because I've already done it once. Remember, he kind of got thrown into the limelight before the race at New Hampshire, and he said, now I don't have to ask myself if I can compete at this level. Another thing working to his favor, he's comfortable here at this track at Michigan. In fact, he already raced here once this year in the Xfinity Series. Earlier this year, he started from pole, finished from 7th. A lot more confidence this time around for Alex Bowman, Marty.
Kelly, nice run so far for Ryan Blaney. Remember the weekend they had last weekend at Bristol? In fact, Ryan described it as the smoothest weekend of the year. So fast, top 5 speed, and then they got in the wreck. So the team talked to him this week about having a short memory, not letting those races affect him this weekend. Clearly it has not. Ryan's brought a lot of speed. The 21 team doing very well right now in 7th place.
Marty, it's been an interesting week for Kurt Busch. Remember last week at Bristol, while battling for the lead, he made a mistake, admitted he overdrove it, and crashed the car. That snapped an impressive streak of 25 consecutive races where he finished on the lead lap. His crew chief, Tony Gibson, told me that he beat himself up over that mistake all week long. Gibson, though, reminded him, hey, that's why we want you in this car. That's the aggression we need. We need drivers who are fighting for wins and going for it. That's what he's doing right now, although the balance is not there. Very loose on both ends. Rick?
Kurt Busch running 22nd. His younger brother, Kyle Busch, in the 18, now a lap down after that spin off of turn number 4. Let's listen into his radio.
I ever mentioned how much I absolutely just adore this place. Taking
can always be worse, buddy. This race is not in the chase. We're going to make the most out of it here.
The reason he doesn't like this place is because 5 of the last 6 races, he's finished 31st or worse.
I love the response, though. The crew chief was very quick to remind him, hey, this one's not in the final 10, buddy, so I know you're not having a great day. We'll make the most out of it and move on.
Riding along with Carl Edwards. Hear the engine going over 9,000 RPMs as he enters turn 3. He's got Kyle Larson now on his back bumper, and Larson running right along the white line and made up some good ground there on Carl Edwards.
Well, Kyle Larson's making up ground in every line he's running, either on the white line or that middle or higher lane in 3 and 4. You see passes the 19, getting a big run on the 88 of Alex Bowman. He's going to easily clear him into turn 1. Not sure, the 88 seems to be a little off the pace right here.
And Steve, the 42 once again with a ton of speed. They restarted 21st because of a mistake coming to pit road. They had planned to take 2 tires on that competition caution, but when he came to pit road, he slid the tires, so they were forced to take 4 tires. Kyle's been happy with the chassis, though, and you see the progress since the restart. He's gained 10th position, but a little surprising. He's been doing a lot of it on the bottom of the racetrack.
And something seems to be wrong with the 88 of Alex Bowman. Was running up in the top 10, now falling back. He went from 6th to 11th in just 2 laps. Listen into the radio.
I think we're blowing up. That straightaway just was real flat. It says low oil protect. Active, stuck throttle active.
So those 2 things are both. We talked about the ECU, and to keep it very simple, it's what controls the engine. Low oil protection is something that engine builders can put in there. If you don't have enough oil pressure, it won't let the motor run at full RPM. To just protect it if you have an oil line come off. Stuck throttle is relatively obvious. You don't want to run with a stuck throttle, but if you have both of those things happening inside the race car, it's either a mechanical issue inside the engine or an electronic issue with what controls the engine. But either way, the 88's losing a tremendous amount of time.
And Dave Burns, is the 11 of Denny Hamlin struggling as well?
Second place car having electrical issues. Steve, he radioed in and said, my voltage is at 12.7. They had him start shutting things off, like the fans to the right front wheel, things like that. And he said it's back up to 14. Hasn't said anything since.
Well, the concern there is, what is the issue? Is the issue an alternator not charging the battery? So, of course, the voltage will go up as you take the draw off the electrical system down by shutting fans off. But with still 160 laps to go, this is a long race if they do have an alternator issue. 14 volts to me sounds normal. So I'm not sure if it's a temporary issue or something they're going to have to fight through the race.
Yeah, you would think if he turned some stuff off and the volts went back up, you would think maybe there's some sort of a fault within one of those electrical systems. At least that's what they're hoping, because you don't have to run bead blowers, you don't have to run those things, but you have to have an alternator.
With 80% of this race still in front of them, quite a few teams are already having issues. How about the handling that the 16 of Greg Biffle is having to deal with? Getting a little bit loose, chasing it up the track. Welcome back to Michigan International Speedway. The guys that have a bird's eye view of this racetrack are the spotters at this track. The spotter coverage is brought to you by Liberty Mutual Insurance, helping drivers worry less on the track and on the road. Mike Massaro.
And Rick, you got to imagine that A.J. Allmendinger's spotter is paying very close attention to the 47 car right now. The reason being, A.J. radioed in just a while ago saying, I think I'm having some steering problems. The car is all over the place. This is just one of the latest problems he's had this weekend. He was extremely frustrated after qualifying 25th, has been working very hard to move his way back up inside the top 20 where he is right now. But obviously has a handful if he's trying to get a handle on that steering.
Kevin Harvick has a 2-second lead over Martin Truex Jr. Denny Hamlin running in the 3rd spot as Joey Logano under attack from Jimmy Johnson. Johnson's going to go to the inside and take away the 4th position. Mentioned at the top of the show, Hendrick Motorsports trying to find some speed once again. Seems as though they have done that as Joey Logano now has dropped back another spot to 5th.
And Rick, in the June race with Joey Logano won, the furthest they fell back in that race was 4th, so sort of uncharted territory for this 22 team. Logano says the longer I run, the looser I get. The changes they made on the last stop have not really helped that condition. As we ride along with them, you can see loose off every corner. That's a big struggle here at Michigan.
Not used to seeing Joey Logano struggle, and not used to seeing Team Penske struggle with this low downforce package. They have won both of the low downforce package races this year with Kentucky and Michigan.
Yeah, Joey dominated. He dominated this race in the spring as well with the same aero package.
Well, another car that ran well in the spring is the car right behind Joey Logano, the 24 Chase Elliott. Had a great race going. Had an issue on a restart with about 50 to go, and that really hurt his chances for the win. But running in the 6th position while we're only 50 laps in and showing, some decent speed today. We'll see if, unlike in the spring, he can get that good run all the way to the finish.
One of the other things we'll have to keep our eye on is how many cars continue to go a lap down, because what that does is it seals the fate of Chris Buescher. Chris Buescher is down 3 laps, currently running 40th. And he is in a fight for his life to try to stay in the top 30 in points so he can run in the chase. He has to be in the top 30, and right now running 40th, but there are 4 cars ahead of him that are only 1 lap down.
Yeah, and I don't think they fixed their problem. I think that they tried to fix their problem, but if you look at the lap times that they're running, I don't think the problem is fixed. They're running solid 2 seconds slower than the leader.
Looking back on Chase Elliott, closing in on Joey Logano.
And if we're watching here, Rick, this is a perfect example of how you work to pass a car. Chase Elliott, he's moving around, trying different lines through the corner. A little bit higher entry there, a little bit lower exit, only by a couple feet through turns 1 and 2. Trying to get his car. You see right here, he lets the 22 drive in deep to the bottom of the racetrack. The 24 lifts a little early, but then watch as the 24 gains momentum on corner exit.
He took right side tires on that first pit stop, Steve. And the thing that Alan Gustafson loves about young Chase is that he is what he calls a quick study. But then we talked about how when they come back to tracks for the 2nd time, how much more knowledge he's gained, and his adaptation to this place is proof that he can even adapt more when he's seen a track for another time. Of course, he's been here in Xfinity too, but a 2nd time in a Cup car is worth a lot.
Yeah, experience matters. Chase Elliott is a very, very good young race car driver, and he's going to only get better as he's able to take advantage of that experience. You saw him pass Chris Buescher, and you could see how Chris Buescher could run with him in the corner, but the minute they got to the straight, they just drove away from him.
Good battle for 3rd place building between Denny Hamlin, who had it, and Jimmy Johnson, who took it away. Johnson continues to march toward the front. Jimmy Johnson has won here before, back in 2014, looking to get back on track. It's been 18 races since anyone from Hendrick Motorsports has been to victory lane, and that last win came from Jimmy Johnson, and that was all the way back at California.
Here we see the 24 Chase Elliott has completed that pass to the 22 of Joey Logano. The 22 now needs to look out his rear bumper because another young star of NASCAR is closing in on him, the 21 of Ryan Blaney.
Kelly.
Well, that win for Hendrick Motorsports probably won't come from the 88 team today. They're still trying to figure out what's going on with that engine. Alex Bowman saying it's flat. It's not like it's missing or sputtering. In fact, Greg Ives telling him to lift early, said don't go full throttle, but listen in as they try to diagnose the issue.
I need you to start top left and read me the first, second, third, and then go to the right, first, second, third numbers. 0, 0, 1, 0, 255, 2310.
So even though he's well off the pace, he still has the challenge of trying to navigate through that new digital dashboard on these cars in excess of 175 miles an hour. Quite a challenge for Alex Bowman. Mike?
You know, Kelly, one of the feel-good moments of the NASCAR season occurred yesterday at Road America when Michael McDowell broke through for his first career Xfinity Series win. Because of that, this morning he walked into the garage kind of like a rock star, getting handshakes from just about everyone and congratulations. He said he got an innumerable number of text messages last night as well. Still, he's back in reality, he said. As soon as he got back to the hotel from Road America last night, he sat down with his crew chief, Dave Winston. They went over data. They went through video. They prepared for this race. They didn't even talk about Road America. This, as McDowell points out, is his full-time job. He's focused on it. He's picked up 10 spots already, Rick.
Thanks, Mike. And we're going around with the 360 camera in Michael McDowell's car. Again, the big winner at Road America yesterday. He's currently 29th in Michigan as the battle for 6 continues on the right side of the screen between Joey Logano and Ryan Blaney has now caught up to the back of Joey Logano. Some numbers were thrown out there when we were listening to what was trying to be diagnosed from Alex Bowman. Any ideas as to what some of those could be?
Well, I think, first of all, that's one of the struggles for a driver like Alex Bowman with the list of things he has to learn to drive this 88 car, only a second time in it this year. I'm sure they don't go over everything that has to do with that digital dash, so Greg Ives is trying to do it on the run. But it could be anything from pressures to temperatures to even codes that the ECU is giving them of what potentially could be failing inside the engine.
Ryan Blaney looking a little bit higher now as Logano continues to be loose around the racetrack. Now with Cole Witt in the 98 just in front of him. That dirty air, and we see the 78 of Martin Truex Jr. has eliminated that 2-second deficit from Kevin Harvick, and Martin Truex Jr. leading now at Michigan.
It's amazing. We have Truex and Harvick running, mid 38-second laps, with Jimmy Johnson back in third running 38 flat because they're not having to deal with any traffic.
Traffic getting the best of Kevin Harvick as he loses the lead to Martin Truex Jr. NASCAR on NBCSN is brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. Thrivent Financial is driven by inspiration. Visit ThriveRacing.com to learn more. And by Sprint, proud sponsor of the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. An issue for the 21, Marty.
Yeah, Rick, we're about 10 laps from green flag pit stops happening, so this is unscheduled for Ryan Blaney. He was going into turn 3 and said, I have a right front flat. I'm coming to you. So a very fortunately timed discovery of that right front flat. It's going to be 4 fresh Goodyear tires. They already had the tires set for the air pressure adjustments they wanted. Blaney dealing with the loose race cars. As long as it all cycles out here, they should be fine. But again, a right front flat for Ryan Blaney.
Well, what does that do? That drags more of them to pit road. Now we have the 42 of Larson, 27 of Paul Menard, and the 88 of Alex Bowman all on pit road. Mike?
Steve, over the course of the first run, Paul Menard had a slight vibration. Wasn't sure if it was drivetrain or a loose wheel. They made a 2-tire change in the last stop. The vibration went away. A 4-tire stop this time around. Marty?
Mike Kyle Larson has made his way up through the field, and he too thought he might have something wrong with a right front tire. It's going to be 4 fresh Goodyear tires for Kyle Larson, an air pressure adjustment for a car that had been loose for much of that run, but he made terrific progress during that stint.
And that 88 who came to pit road actually went behind the wall as the 5 is now headed towards you, Dave.
Rick, and he was in 8th position before the pitting started ahead of him. He'll make a 4-tire change here and a chassis adjustment. He told the crew, my car is freeing up as I go, which is sometimes a good thing. May have been a little bit too much, Kelly.
Matt Kenseth started 13th, but he just came over the radio to say that he had a brake issue. So the timing of these green flag steps may have worked out for the 20 of Matt Kenseth, Marty.
Carl Edwards says this car is too free on entry, and he said, I got nothing in 3 and 4 but slow. Not happy with a 19 car. Going to need some fairly significant air pressure adjustments and a wedge adjustment, and 4 Goodyear tires for Carl Edwards, Dave.
Cole Byrne told me this morning that they felt like their car was good, but perhaps over the long run, it took 28 laps for him to come from 8th to 1st, and in trouble now. They've flown off the jack there on the back. Guys are going to have to push it back up and put that rear tire on. He was not ready to leave, but the jack came down anyway.
And a lot of damage on that quarter panel. We've talked all weekend. This is the fastest track in NASCAR. That left rear quarter panel will affect the aerodynamics. Marty?
You see a pit stop going on for Joey Logano, who also fell back through the field during that run. The car so loose for Logano. A wedge adjustment. He said it got looser the longer they ran. Also an air pressure adjustment on this 22 car, trying to get that thing to tighten up. Kevin Harvick coming down pit road now, and Harvick said he had the same exact thing during his run. The car was just so loose and got looser that entire run. We saw him lose the lead. Rodney Childers going to make some changes to this 4 car right now with air pressure and also likely a wedge adjustment for that 4 car as well, trying to tighten that thing up, Kelly.
Damon McMurray remembers that he is 15th in the chase standings. He said that his car was looser getting into turn 3 than it was getting into turn 1. 4 tires for the 1 car, Mike.
Kelly, Kurt Busch has been loose in, loose off. They'll make a wedge adjustment, a 4-tire change with air pressure adjustments as well. The 2 Kansas Sunoco race fuel for Busch. Dave.
Sunoco fuel and 4 Goodyear tires for Chase Elliott as well. He said the car is a tick free, but I can manage it. It'll be just an air pressure adjustment for Chase. Kelly?
Greg Biffle has more wins here in Michigan than anywhere, but he has been struggling. He said he has lost all grip. He can't keep the car down in the turns. He says it keeps washing up the track, so you'll see that they're going to make a big chassis adjustment here for Greg Biffle. Also give them 4 Goodyear tires and Sunoco fuel.
Clint Bowyer on pit road. He's had a pretty good race car. In fact, the team told me this morning it's the best car they've had all year. A 4-tire change in Sunoco race fuel for Bowyer as he's away.
Green flag pit stop cycling through. Brad Keselowski in the 2, the only one still to be out on the track. Michael McDowell, I guess, has also not come to pit road yet, but there you see Brad Keselowski in the 2 yet to come to pit road. He is scored as the race leader. Jimmy Johnson running 2nd, but 26 seconds behind Brad Keselowski, has been to pit road. Take another look at what happened with Martin Truex Jr.
We talk about execution, Rick, and everything has to go right. So the 78 is up on the left side. They're tightening the left rear tire, and the Jackman looks like he drops the jack. He's only looking at the left front tire, not looking at the rear. For whatever reason, the rear tire changer and carrier were behind. very astute of the 78 not to completely drive out of the pit box, tearing off the whole quarter panel, rolls forward a little bit. You see the damage. They try to repair it as quick as they can under green. We'll have to see, though, if that left rear quarter panel stays intact or if it breaks, whatever was bent finally breaks as the race goes on.
Surprisingly.
Okay, go up. I mean, I agree. We got deep back in. I mean, you're so good on time, so I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry, man.
Guys, they were trying to signal to stop, don't drop the jack, but the signal didn't get there quick enough. Mike.
Brad Keselowski coming down pit road now. Rick, very happy with his race car. Says he's got great horsepower and the balance has been just about perfect. No significant adjustment to the race car here. Just a 4-tire change in fuel for Keselowski as he continues to have a very competitive car. Team working now on the left side of that car as they complete their stop. Meanwhile, Kyle Busch has had an eventful day already, trying to recover from a spin and trying to get back on the lead lap. His car has still been very loose throughout the course of the day and has not gotten much better. A 4-tire change there.
I want to ask you, with Brad Keselowski waiting so long to come to pit road, was that advantageous for him? Because he's falling all the way back now. He was 12th and has fallen back to 14th after pit stops have cycled through. Marty.
Rick, we talked about how quickly Ryan Blaney picked up on the tire. You see the right front that came off of Ryan Blaney's car. Goodyear officials are telling us that's because of high heat. I can also tell you Kyle Larson had a right front that looked pretty much exactly like this. You can see NASCAR officials, Goodyear officials, and team members looking at this right front tire that came off Ryan Blaney's car. Again, he caught it at a great time going into turn 3. Very smart to pick up on that, and it did hold air the entire time, so it never went flat. It did hold air the entire time getting into pit road.
That was a great catch, making sure to get to pit road before that actually blew out. Jimmie Johnson out in front, 2.5-second lead over Kevin Harvick. The problems continue for the 78, Martin Truex Jr. 19 of the 24 races this season, they have had issues. Gear up with the pit crew and get the latest NASCAR t-shirts, hats, and die-casts at the NASCAR.com Superstore. Visit NASCAR.com/Superstore today for all your favorite drivers' gear. are working out for Hendrick Motorsports, even though it has been 18 races since their last win. Sprint's network reliability is now within 1% of Verizon. Switch today and save 50% on most Verizon, AT&T, or T-Mobile rates. Visit a Sprint store or sprint.com/network today. Welcome back to the Pure Michigan 400. Jimmie Johnson leading. Take a look at the longest winless streaks for Hendrick Motorsports. They were closing in, or still closing in, on the 92-93 winless streak of 19, and currently on an 18 race winless streak. 3 of the top 5 right now are Hendrick Motorsports cars, though. Great pass for second place between Kevin Harvick and Chase Elliott. Take a look at Chase Elliott threading the needle here.
Chase makes it 3 wide, drives in the middle. Like Harvick did not put up a big fight for that spot, which led me to believe that Harvick may be. You heard how loose he got, and we could see him falling backwards before they pitted. Maybe Harvick's decided, not to try to take off quite as quick. Maybe save a little bit of tire early in the run so that later in the run you don't fall off as much, because this isn't like Harvick put up much fight there.
Well, we talked at the top of the show how it's 3 races till the chase, and the chase standings were important. Well, these drivers have lifted. You have Kyle Larson running in 4th, Casey Kane running in 5th. Those 2 cars have gained points, 26 and 27 points, but I'm not sure points are going to be enough, Rick. Right. I think those 2 cars have to be thinking about a win. A win would basically make the race for that bubble line even tighter between those guys on points.
Yes, it would, and somebody you didn't even see in on that because he's far enough back. Blaney, who's running in 6th right now with a lot of speed as well. So, Blaney or Larson wins, it creates quite a bit of chaos in the chase standing.
Well, the other chaos is if Chris Buescher can't maintain the top 30 in points. We've documented he has an issue. He's 39th, 4 laps down. So
that brings another car back in.
Oh man, it's going to be an exciting day.
Joey Logano seems to be finding a little more speed now as he tries to get by Paul Menard, but more on the 34. Kelly.
Yeah, Rick, they've been making repairs to that 34, started in stages, trying to reduce the number of laps that they've gone down. As you said, right now they're scoring 4 laps down. They've been changing the spark plugs. They got those changed. Then they still had some of the wires to attach, so it's been multiple trips down pit road for the 34 team. The other car that is being scored 4 laps down is the 88 of Alex Bowman. We talked about how he was down off the pace as they were trying to diagnose what the issue was with his motor. Well, they brought him briefly behind the wall while everyone was making those green flag pit stops, and they found out that they had an issue with the ignition system. So when they got the car here to pit road, they rebooted it, and that seemed to fix the problem, which has got to be frustrating. That car now 4 laps down.
That's very frustrating when you see the teammates all running so well. The first 2 cars, Hendrick cars, Casey Kane running in 5th. Alex Bowman had done such a great job all weekend, but the good news is it wasn't a mechanical issue. They didn't have a broken valve spring or a piston or something in the engine. The frustrating thing is with an electronic issue, and that's what Kelly meant with a reboot. Basically, you're not allowed to do that on pit wall. To plug into the computer and to make any adjustments, you have to go to the garage area. So good news, bad news for Hendrick Motorsports.
Yeah, that was the good news for Alex Bowman. The bad news for Chris Buescher is he has still scored 39th, and as you mentioned, fighting for that 30th position in points with David Reagan. So David Reagan running 32nd right now, but also a lap down. Chris Buescher running 39th, 4 laps down. Marty.
Well, guys, we saw the car, that right front tire come off of Ryan Blaney's car a little while ago, so I want to ask Steve and Jeff, when you see that, certainly that's going up and down pit road. We've heard several crew chiefs mention it. Kyle Larson also had a right front that looks like that. Steve, as a crew chief, you a little bit worried about that? How do you play the game from here? And Jeff, as a driver, we heard Ryan Blaney say it a moment ago, I don't want to push the car that hard if that's what's going to happen to the right front. How do you also change how you drive the car as well?
Well, I think you have 2 options, Jeff. The goal is to understand how hard he was pushing during that run, that he damaged the tire, and how many laps for that, because it was a little short of a fuel run. So if you know as a crew chief, we don't need an entire tank of fuel, I would encourage my driver that, listen, you can run hard. I'm going to short pit you. I'm going to bring you to pit road a few laps earlier than we had that issue. But I'm not sure behind the wheel, Jeff, though, it's still going to be uncomfortable.
Well, it is going to be uncomfortable. But remember the situation this team's in. They have to win. They have to win in order to make this chase. So the only thing I think he can probably do is what I talked about Harvick a little bit ago. Maybe not take off as quick. Go a little easier when you first leave pit road with that right front tire. because a lot of times that's when the damage is done. You go so fast on new tires, maybe not go quite as hard, take a little bit of pressure off that right front, hope it'll last a little longer.
Extending the tire life for Ryan Blaney. One of the goals that team has. Jimmie Johnson wants to get back to victory lane. He's out front. Watch every Sprint Cup Series race with the NBC Sports app. Get closer with additional camera angles, driver stats, track information. It's available on mobile, tablet, and connected TVs. You can download the app and find out more at NBCSports.com/live. Let's go through the field, brought to you by Hardee's. Kelly?
Well, it's certainly been a difficult couple of months for Jimmie Johnson in this 48 team, but that's really nothing new for these guys. Chad Knaus saying, hey, we are getting used to these sort of summer slumps as we've had before, but we still get furious. We still get ticked off at it. Good news is we know it's coming to an end. We like these tracks starting here at Michigan where they were strong in the spring and the car handling much better now. Jimmie Johnson now leading this one, Dave.
Behind him, Chase Elliott in the 24 having a good afternoon, running second. In practice yesterday, he used the term security, something he needed out of his race car, that feeling that he can put it in the corner and trust it. He hasn't used that once today, and he's quick, Marty.
Dave, Kevin Harvick, the winner last week at Bristol. What has he done after his last 6 wins? He's finished first or second in those races. Right now running third, and the car still loose for Harvick, struggling with it, and it's looser a little bit earlier in the run. Kyle Larson, though, has made his progress up through the field very nicely. Remember, he finished third here in June. I was talking to the team this morning. They said, we feel like we've made our cars better since then. So today, we expect more than third, looking underneath Harvick for that next spot. Dave?
Kasey Kahne was always known as a driver who liked to run the high line at racetracks. He's been doing that recently, and according to his spotter, bringing guys with you. So he's in a comfortable place to run and running in the top 5 now, Marty.
Dave, when I was talking to Jeremy Bolins, crew chief for Ryan Blaney earlier today, he said the one thing that we've shown when we go back to racetracks for a second time, we've shown the ability to apply what we've learned. They've certainly done that today. Remember, they had that right front come apart. They also think they have a little small hole in the hood where that rubber was coming off that right front tire. They're going to patch that up on the next stop, Dave.
Denny Hamlin's crew chief told me they may have to do some extra things to the car to help repair that front end from his accident yesterday. On the last stop, they put a packer in the left front. Took a little extra time to try to help the handling. As for the 78 of Martin Truex Jr., we saw on his pit stop the car come off the jack sooner than the team had wished it had. The rear tire changer on the left was not done yet. It damaged that rear quarter panel. Here's what he recently said on the radio.
Give it to right front fan off here. See what it does? Good for it. It's got potential to make it worse. Who knows? Should be less front though, so it's just aero. You don't have any rear down the way the quarter is, so.
The car was much looser in turn 3. That's what he was trying to correct. But as his crew chief pointed out, that damage is what's hurting you the most, Marty.
Dave, in his Michigan races for Team Penske, Joey Logano has never finished outside the top 10. They have finally gotten the car a little bit better. It started tight this run. Remember, the entire day they've been loose and getting looser as we ride along with Joey Logano. Right now, the car a little bit better for Logano, trying to make some progress forward, Kelly.
Matt Kenseth's crew chief Jason Ratcliffe if they are frustrated at all by being down on speed compared to some of the Chevys. He said, no, frustration is not a word we use. We've got work to do, but we're not frustrated. Earlier, Matt Kenseth had a little bit of vibration, thought it might have been a brake issue, maybe a tire issue, not sure what it is, but it is gone right now. He's just saying his entry's loose or looser this run, Mike.
Kelly, Brad Keselowski is a native of Rochester Hills, Michigan, and could not want to win here any more than anyone else. Believe me, this is #1 on his list. So much, in fact, as crew chief Paul Wolfe told me this morning that after they qualified poorly on Friday, he texted Wolfe and said, man, I'm sorry for being so frustrated. I just want to win here so badly. Right now, the balance is good. He feels good about the horsepower, but is having a little bit of a difficult time in traffic trying to get to the front. Meanwhile, Paul Menard trying to bounce back from a 32nd place finish in Bristol a week ago. This has been a good track for him historically, has quite a few top 5s here, and is trying to duplicate that again. Right now running outside the top 10, but charging toward the front and running pretty well. Rick?
Closing in on the halfway point of this race for Michigan International Speedway. Out front, it's Jimmie Johnson. Amazing coverage and aerial coverage provided by our partners at Smithfield Foods from Michigan International Speedway, 3 races away from the chase. Just listening in moments ago to the 11 audio of Denny Hamlin.
If I fix his entry, you think he can manage exit? He's still arcing it way more than he did this time in last run. Really and truthfully, just watching him, we're in by ourselves, it looks as good as anybody does. It's just we give up a little bit more than other guys when we get around guys.
That was spotter coverage presented by Liberty Mutual Insurance, helping drivers worry less.
And you heard him say they give up a little bit more than others got around traffic than other guys do, and that's what's so important. You know, with this aero package, you already have low downforce, and you get around other cars, you even have lower downforce. So some cars are able to get by other cars quicker than others. We saw that earlier with Kevin Harvick. It looked like to me his car was okay by itself, but a little bit loose. But when he would get around other cars, he was just crazy loose, and it was hurting him more than others. So that's what we heard from the 11 car. Dave, you have more?
And as you know, Jeff, that track bar adjuster inside the cockpit these days can help you make your car better. They just asked Denny if that track bar adjuster was helping him more on the exit versus the entry, and he said 10-4. So the entry is still a little bit of a mess, but at least the exit off the corner, he is helping himself.
Well, you know, Rick, they want to use those track bar adjusters as best they can, because this lower downforce package, we've talked about just how difficult these cars are to drive. Look at some of these corrections. A hand off the wheel to be able to turn the wheel so far right for the 19 of Carl Edwards.
Yeah, watch Kevin Harvick as he had to get back to right. Look at this. Look how far. You can hear the tires squealing as he had to correct the car. So, you know, these drivers have their hands full. It's easy to go around there until you put a bunch of cars out there and you have a competition. You got to do it faster than the next guy. When you push the car to the limit, you're going to cross that limit, and when you do, the ability to catch that race car is so important. And you saw how much wheel they were having to put to the car, put right wheel into it to catch it. Those were big saves.
Kasey Kahne just in front of Denny Hamlin, and the battle going on behind them, and it's a quick one between teammates Brad Keselowski and Joey Logano. That is for 9th.
Joey's been steadily going backwards. You know, we talked about it. He started on the pole. He dominated this race in the spring, but this is how quickly things happen. Teams get better. People have come with a different strategy. The first race here, they dominated. This race, they're not. Other people have improved that much.
Well, as we close in on green flag pit stops, we mentioned the driver adjustable track bar. That's something that's the driver can adjust versus the wedge. So as we go to the 360 cam inside the 95 car of Michael McDowell, you'll see right here, this is the wedge adjuster that they'll use on a pit stop. A pit crew member will turn that. But if you see right here, that little electronic engine, when a driver controls that switch on the steering wheel, it drives that little motor to move the track bar up or down on the right side of the car.
As we ride along with Michael McDowell, what a great day for him yesterday. We know how good of a race car driver he is. He got a chance to prove that yesterday in the Xfinity race on the road course. Congratulations to him.
Running for Richard Childress Racing. And amazingly, the last 2 races, the Road America race, Richard Childress Racing finished 1-2. In the Camping World Truck race here, Red Horse Racing finished 1-2. And right now on the track, Hendrick Motorsports running 1-2 in the Sprint Cup Series.
Well, Rick, we talked about the electronic dash, and we heard the 88 going through their issues earlier in the race. Well, another bit of information I'll give you is right there. 39.63. That is Michael McDowell's lap time. That is some new information that the drivers are able to get. They no longer have to get it from their crew chiefs.
And once again, the 21 is on pit road as green flag pit stops are getting underway.
Yeah, Rick, after they had that tire issue, they're having to pit a little bit early because they were the first car on pit road the last time. Long debate between Jeremy Bullins and Ryan Blaney about fixing that hole in the hood. Bullins said, I think our car is fine without fixing it. I just don't want to take the time to fix it right here. So they're going to leave that hole in the hood alone. It's going to be 4 tires for Ryan Blaney and a wedge adjustment trying to help him out in the center of the corner. Joey Logano also coming down pit road. You'll see him in his pit stall right now. He said the car is much better. We're just fighting dirty air. They're going to pit on the early end of this pit sequence, see if that helps him out a little bit, trying to get some track position in that 22 car.
Remember, Martin Truex lost the lead on the mistake on the last round of pit stops. He said the car is very loose this run. He was told to have a plan when he comes to pit road, just a little bit of bending on that left rear, trying to make it more aerodynamically acceptable for Goodyear tires and Sunoco fuel, Cal.
Jimmie Johnson pits from the lead. He started off super tight. Now he said the car is rotating better, especially on landing. You see the chassis adjustment being made there, and it's going to be 4 Goodyear tires along with Sunoco fuel, trying to get them full. And you see the delay there as they tried to get them full of fuel.
Kelly, Kevin Harvick coming down pit road, and Rodney Childers asked him to describe the handling on the 4 car. He used the word loose 4 times, and he said, oh yeah, it's also pushing the front tires as well. You can see a wedge adjustment here for Kevin Harvick, also an air pressure adjustment, trying to tighten up that 4 car, which they have not been able to do all day long.
Mike. Kurt Busch on pit road now. He's been loose in and off most of the day. However, at that last run, he felt like it was snugged up just about right. They're still going to go to work on the chassis. You see the wrench going in on the left side, a wedge adjustment there, along with a 4-tire change for Kurt Busch.
And there you see Jamie McMurray, who's looking for 3 consecutive top 10 finishes today. His car has been loose all day. They're going to make a chassis adjustment to help tighten him up, and they're going to give him 4 fresh Goodyear tires at Sunoco Fuel.
Green flag pit stops continuing to cycle through. Jimmie Johnson had a little less than a second lead over the 24 of Chase Elliott before the green flag pit stops began, but look at this slow stop for the 48 team.
Yeah, so the 48 is changing tires on the right-hand side. The fuel man seems to be having no issues, but as he comes in with the second can, you see right here, trying to engage the can, still can't, has to stop, reset himself, still doesn't have the fuel in the. Now the first can can only dump about 12 gallons of gas, so they have to put the second can of fuel in, and you see just how long it takes. You know, pit stops, we talk about this all the time. One thing that's unique about a pit crew is, unlike a football team where only the quarterback is guaranteed to touch the ball every play, on a pit stop, all 6 members have to do their job, and they all have to be finished every pit stop for it to be efficient and complete.
2 once again of Brad Keselowski out front, Marty.
Rick, we had mentioned that Kyle Larson had a right front tire coming apart on the first run. Well, this is the right front that came off here on the second run, and it just started to come apart. You can see that inside shoulder of that right front tire for Kyle Larson. Chad Johnson just radioed to him and told him this one was coming apart too, but it wasn't as bad as the first one. So, Jeff, now you've had 2 right front tires on your car. Are you a little bit worried as a driver?
Well, I'm definitely worried. And Marty, a lot of times as races go on, these problems go away. As more rubber gets put in the racetrack, you tend to have less problems. But now that you've had 2 in a row, you have to assume it's not going to get better.
Well, the concern is that was only 44 laps, Rick, and when these teams pitted at lap 108, that's 92 laps to go. Well, that's a fuel window, but they're going to have to run 46 laps on both sets of tires, and the 44 or the 42 just proved they can only go 42 on that right front tire.
Is there a possibility that something could be rubbing on the inside of that tire?
No, that is purely wear from the racetrack. Everything you see right there.
It's all heat related, and you know, you can see the rubber's still there.
Right.
The rubber's still there. It's just the heat pulling the tire apart.
Brad Keselowski once again choosing to stay out a little bit longer. His last pit stop came on lap 70. Greg Biffle also staying out. Chase Elliott, once the green flag stop cycle through, will be the new race leader as he has moved up to second, and he's currently about 20 seconds behind Brad Keselowski. Kelly.
Greg Biffle making his way down to pit road. He has 4 wins here at Michigan. Last time out, he said he had lost all grip. Now he's saying, I like it, I like it. The car is starting to come around, although he lost a little bit of rear grip there at the end. Wedge adjustment, 4 tires for Greg Biffle, Mike.
Kelly, Jay Guy is the crew chief for the 15 this week. That's because Steve Addington suffered a back injury on Friday, so Guy's been calling all the shots. The car's been very good. A 4-tire change for Bowyer.
And as Brad Keselowski stays on the racetrack, it's interesting. I'm trying to go through my head and figure out why Paul Wolfe and Brad Keselowski want to run these extra laps, and I'm sure Paul Wolfe has a plan, has a reason. Maybe it's to be better on the fuel. Maybe it's to be able to have fresher tires on the last 2 runs to the race. You know, there's a couple different options. They're not giving up a tremendous amount of time because these tires hold on so well. He's still running 37.8 seconds versus Chase Elliott 37.6 seconds, but he still is giving up at least
37.86. Chase, the next car we're racing. 37.63 will be the leader when we pit.
And you hear the information being delivered to the driver of the 2, Brad Keselowski, right there. They still are losing some time to the cars that have pitted, so just a unique strategy. But Paul Wolfe, he's not only good at setting up cars, but he always has an idea or a plan, a way to gain an advantage. We'll have to see if this works out for Brad Keselowski.
Yeah, Paul's always very aggressive. Things tend to work out for him as well.
And right now, only 5 cars are on the lead lap. 22 of Joey Logano is able to get by the 5 of Casey Kane. You're hearing that Brad Keselowski will be coming to pit road.
And we just saw Clint Bowyer on pit road a little while ago. He's on pit road again, putting 4 tires on, so he has some sort of a problem.
Once again, only 5 cars on the lead lap. If a caution were to come out, that would help out Brad Keselowski in the sense that he's been about a 12th place car all day. So when he comes to pit road,
all the way down,
and he does now, he will relinquish the lead to Chase Elliott as he will come to the attention of his crew and Paul Wolfe.
And Rick, it's going to be interesting to see what the decision is on tires. They've been talking about it and speaking a bit in code. They had called for Miller Lite. That was the name of the play on the last pit stop. We're going to see what they do here. They go to work on the right side. Keselowski's been very happy in a 4-tire change and a chassis adjustment as well for Keselowski, who picked from the lead. Very much hungry for his first win here in Michigan. Meanwhile, we just saw Clint Bowyer come down pit road a second time. The reason for that, a loose wheel on that first stop, and that will cost them a ton of track position.
I'll tell you what cost one team a ton of track position. The 48's bad stop. It was 0.7 of a second before the stops. Jimmie Johnson now 15 seconds behind Chase Elliott. NASCAR on NBCSN is brought to you by Liberty Mutual Insurance, helping drivers worry less on the track and on the road. under caution. Kelly.
And just as that caution came out, Jimmie Johnson rating over to Chad Knaus that he thought he might have a right rear going down. He said the car suddenly got very loose. They didn't want to take chance, so they brought him down, gave him 4 new tires for Jimmie Johnson.
Restart's going to be interesting. Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson will be 1 and 2. Next weekend's going to be fun on NBC Saturday. It's the Xfinity Series race covered starting at 3 p.m. Eastern. Then Sunday, Sprint Cup Series coverage beginning at 6 p.m. And of course, it is Throwback Weekend. We go to Darlington, and that means a lot of throwback paint schemes. You can vote for your favorite at NASCAR.com/Best in Show. I saw Martin, David Pearson, even Buddy Baker and the Gray Ghost, the 88 that Jeff Gordon will actually be driving at Darlington next weekend. Dave.
Rick, what they're trying to do on the 78 for Martin Truex Jr. is pull that left rear fender in permanently with a brace that they're fashioning there. It was kind of pulling out and making a little bit of a parachute effect for him on the left rear. So if they can get that brace on there, it'll keep it from pulling out.
Basically, when that quarter panel pulls out, not only is it probably dragged down these long straightaways, but we heard the radio earlier from Cole Pearn explaining how he feels that's a lack of rear downforce, hurting the rear downforce in the 78. When this little spoiler they're on this weekend, Rick, there's not a lot of downforce back there to begin with.
Let's take a look at the fastest speed run today, presented by Sprint. It's Joey Logano. Has already reached a speed of 219.163 miles per hour. Sprint's network reliability now within 1% of Verizon. You can switch today and save 50% on most Verizon, AT&T, or T-Mobile rates. Visit a Sprint store or sprint.com/network today. Again, under caution for the third time. It was the 15 of Clint Bowyer that had an issue that brought out the caution. We'll take a quick break. Be back for the restart. Again, Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson up front. Just 76 laps to go. 3 races from the chase. Chris Buescher struggled early. Many stops on pit road. Buescher now 6 laps down.
Kyle Busch got loose in the center of the corner. He's backing up quickly. Lost all the side force from his car. Spun it out.
We see some speed all weekend long out of the 4 Hendrick Chevrolets, but the 88 has an engine issue, has to go to the garage, reset the ECU, has returned to the racetrack laps now.
Blaney had to pit early. Ryan Blaney pitted, had a tire problem. This is 1 or 2 tire problems.
And then we see some miscues on pit road right here. The 78 drops the jack too early. The left rear tire is not attached. Damages the quarter panel.
See another mistake on pit road. Could not get the second cam plugged in correctly. Kept trying to hit it, couldn't get it lined up. Jack fell, they were done, but they had to stay because he had to get it full of fuel. Lost a lot of track position.
Take a look at how these drivers who need a win, sense of urgency building now. Chase Elliott currently running first, Kyle Larson second, Ryan Blaney third, Casey Kane running 8th. All those drivers needing a win. 3 of the 4 looking for their first win ever in the Sprint Cup Series.
Chase is pretty good on points, but the other 3, they really do. They have to have a win if they're going to move forward.
Into the restart zone, and green flag back in the air. Kyle Larson clears the 24 before they get to turn 1. A little bit of a loose condition there for Kyle Larson as he exits turn 2 and down the backstretch. Chase Elliott now trying to reel him back in as he was able to get by Kevin Harvick. Harvick back to 3rd. Ryan Blaney holding on to 4th. Side by side for 5th though between Denny Hamlin and Brad Keselowski.
And remember, Keselowski has newer tires than the rest. He stayed out. He has, I don't know, roughly 9 more or less laps on his tires.
After the caution came out, different drivers come to pit road. Now there are 19 cars on the lead lap. 78 of Mark Truex Jr. running 19th. Joey Logano ducking all the way down the white line down the backstretch as he goes by the 5 of Casey Kane. Matt Kenseth is right in the middle, inside of the 27 of Paul Menard. 3 wide once again. Kurt Busch down at the bottom of the track. Jamie McMurray in the 1 up high. A bit of contact between the 5 and 2 here, it looks like.
Corner 5 realized he was going to get into the side of the 2, had to lift. I'm not sure they ever touched. As he realized it was going to be close, he was going to hit him, lifted off the throttle, then let Joey Logano get a run on him.
Casey Kane has won before at Michigan. Last time to victory lane was Atlanta back in 2014. His Michigan win came all the way back in 2006. Casey Kane, one of the drivers needing to get to victory lane. He wants to have a chance at fighting for the championship at season's end.
We mentioned Jimmy Johnson. He was the leader before the green flag pit stops, had a slow pit stop, lost a little bit of track position, chose to come to pit road on this last caution, and now currently kind of stuck in the 10th position, Kelly.
Yeah, Jimmy Johnson thought he may have had a right rear tire going down, which is why they brought him in. No sign that that tire had gone down. And his crew chief, Chad Canal, saying, look, restarts are going to be key here. You obviously have fresher tires than most of them. There's no real trickery. Everyone's got to make 1 more pit stop. So he's got to make the most of these restarts and gain as many positions as he can.
That's the key. Track position, if you can find it, you got to try to hang on to it. Jimmy Johnson had it, but a bobble on pit road lost him a lot of track position. Now he's fighting with Matt Kenseth, Ryan Newman, Austin Dillon back there. Kyle Larson out in front, has about a second lead over Chase Elliott after the restart. Kevin Harvick running 3rd, Ryan Blaney, Brad Keselowski the top 5, Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano, Casey Kane, Ryan Newman, and Jimmy Johnson the top 10.
You saw how much ground Kenseth made up on Johnson leaving turn 2. Kenseth was able to stay in the gas. Jimmy wasn't. Now Jimmy's going to fight back, try to pull the air off the spoiler of the 20 car.
Remember the sense of urgency these drivers have. Some looking for momentum with just 3 races to go before the chase, wanting to have some momentum.
You can see Matt Kenseth pulled away from Jimmie Johnson down the straightaway, trying to eliminate the side draft to not let Jimmie Johnson slow him down. But when you do that, it messes up your angle of entry. So Jimmy was able to make a big arc getting into one rather. Matt couldn't. Matt had to enter very shallow, turn earlier than he wanted to. But if he didn't do that, Jimmy would have just pulled the air off his car, slowed his car down, and cleared him before he ever got into turn 1.
Best seat in the house for that battle between the 48 and the 20 has to be Austin Dillon in the 3. He was back there watching as the 20 of Kenseth was trying to find a way to get by Jimmie Johnson. Mike.
Rick, we're in the garage with Clint Bowyer. That's where his car is now after encountering problems. They're trying to diagnose exactly what happened. What do you know?
Man, as soon as I took off out of the pits, it was just a hell of a vibration and never cleaned up. Really early in the race, I kind of had a harmonic vibration, which you see, over the years on these bigger racetracks, like they would kind of come in and out. But that went away, and then when I was pulling out of the pits, boy, she went away bad. It's weird. You're sitting here trying to diagnose it. The fluid's not all burned up. Transmission, it was vibrating bad enough. It kept kicking it out of gear. So we got to do something.
Obviously frustrated, Rick. He was actually working on the car himself moments before that interview.
And remember, Clint Bowyer will take over for the retiring Tony Stewart in 2017. Out front, Kyle Larson looking for his first Sprint Cup Series win. NFL kickoff weekend on NBC. Thursday, September 8th, it's a Super Bowl sequel. The Panthers visit the Super Bowl champion Broncos. Then 3 days later, it's time for Sunday Night Football as the Cardinals host the Patriots. Things are ramping up now for Kyle Larson as a lot of people looking at the radar, and for good reason. You see what is coming from the west, and it is moving directly at that dot in the middle of the screen. Michigan International Speedway, and the 4-car, they're definitely aware of the radar and what might be happening. Here's what they had to say on the radio.
Thinking that rain might get here a little before the end, maybe 15 to go, something like that, 20 to go. We'll just have to see what it picks up and if it builds anymore.
It's pretty good when you're starting to predict the lap when it might start to rain. As the 48 now working by the 5, trying to gain some of that track position back that they lost on pit road. That's the fight for 8th. Race leader Kyle Larson has a 0.7 of a second lead over Chase Elliott as you're watching the Pure Michigan 400. Rain potentially an issue, and Kyle Larson knows that feeling all too well. Back in June of 2015, Kyle Larson out in front trying to stay in front before they had to come to pit road, thinking the rain might come. Sure enough, they had to come to pit road for fuel, and 3 laps later the caution comes out because of rain. They end up not winning at Michigan.
It's a gamble they had to take on that day, but on that day they didn't have the fastest car. And they gambled some to get track position and tried to make something work. But now, as he's gotten the lead, he has the fastest car. So how does their strategy change with having the fastest car? And this is the part of the race we've seen this team have issues, where they've been in position to win a race. Now 59 laps to go. This is when the trouble spots have become. So with the fastest car on the racetrack right now, can they make the changes they need to on the car? Can they have the right pit stop? Can Kyle Larson finish this thing off? It would be huge if they can, because it would move them into the chase. But the pressure is going to only start to build. Rain in the area, the race is winding down, pressure is going to get tighter and tighter.
Been a little over 30 laps since they were last onto pit road. Let's go through the field. We'll start with Marty Snyder.
And Rick, pit stop's coming up in about 20 laps, and the rain coming as well. The pressure certainly building here on pit road. One thing Kyle Larson told his crew chief, he said, listen, if you can get me out front, I think we can lead this thing. He got him out front. He's leading right now. And Jeff, you mentioned it. Can they put it all together? That's what they've been worried about. Can they put all the pieces together in the last quarter of this race, Dave?
Marty, Rick mentioned track position and holding it a little while ago. Well, getting Chase standings position and holding it has been the game for Chase Elliott if he can't outright win. He may not get there today, but remember, he started 47 ahead of the cut line today, and so far the car has been good enough to hold all that, Marty.
Dave, we heard the radio from Rodney Childers to Kevin Harvick that the rain is on its way. But the one thing Harvick noticed, the clouds that are coming before it. He said the racetrack is changing as those clouds come over. That's playing into the 4-car's hand just a little bit. Mike?
And Marty, as the track changes, it certainly affects the 2-car. I spoke with Paul Wolf this morning, and he told me that over the course of practice, there was about a 25-degree change in the track temperature, and with that, the balance swung a great deal on this race car. So therefore, they're pretty happy with what they've got right now. It's been pretty consistent over the last half hour or so. No big changes to the balance of the two. He feels like it's pretty good, and he can get to the front, Marty.
Like Ryan Blaney back in the 5th position. When I talked to Jeremy Bullins, his crew chief, earlier today, he said, we don't talk points at the 21 team because we're building something much bigger. We have a 10-year plan with Ryan Blaney. Sure, it'd be great to make the chase in his rookie season, but what we really want is better every week, and that's what we've been doing for the last couple of months. Rick?
Ryan Blaney in the top 5, still looking for his first win in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series, as is race leader Kyle Larson. Let's go NASCAR nonstop. Take a look at today's lap leaders brought to you by Goodyear. Jimmie Johnson has led the most laps. Kevin Harvick second with 33. Kyle Larson continuing to lead laps at Michigan and definitely could surpass Jimmie Johnson and Kevin Harvick. But green flag pit stops are closing in as we're getting ready for potentially the final stops. Kelly.
Jimmie Johnson finished 7th last week at Bristol. Get this, if he can stay inside the top 10, it will be his first back-to-back top 10s since April. So it's been a long time in between. I asked his crew chief, Chad Knaus, how important momentum was heading into the chase. He said, hey, momentum's never a bad thing, but it's also not a guarantee for performance or success. But hey, we would love to be walking into the chase on our toes, not on our heels. Jimmie Johnson running 7th right now.
Battle continuing to heat up behind them. Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano, going by Jeffrey Earnhardt, the 32. Joey Logano staying right in the tire tracks of Denny Hamlin. Hamlin up the track just a little bit earlier on corner exit, and that gives a little cleaner air for the 22 of Joey Logano as they go down the front stretch.
This is something we haven't seen a whole lot of this year. The highest running Toyota right now is in 7th place. So, you know, this package seems to fit the Chevrolets a little better. We saw a little bit of this in the spring race here as well, where the Toyotas just not run as well on this lower downforce package.
Could this be a little bit of a turning of the tide with the fact that Chevrolets are looking very strong as well as the Fords?
Joey's pitting. Saw his hand out the window. Here he comes.
Sure enough, Joey Logano is going to bring the 22 to the attention of his crew. He hits pit road, goes to 55 miles an hour. Pit road speed. Don't want to get caught speeding on pit road. Potentially your final pit stop. Kyle Larson still out on the track and still leading. Marty.
Todd Gordon making the call to bring Joey Logano in early here. This is on the front side of the window, but we'll see all the other leaders follow suit here in the next couple of laps. Logano said he's loose in 3 and 4, but tight in both the center of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So they've been struggling with the handling of this 22 car all afternoon long. Air pressure adjustments, trying to get him fixed up. Logano said the car really wasn't that bad at the end of the run, but he needed a little bit of help to get some track position. That's what they've been really struggling with all afternoon long. As promised, here come the rest of the leaders. Kevin Harvick said his car is still loose. Same car they had at Kentucky where they led the most laps a couple of weeks ago. Harvick's going to come in here, get 4 fresh Goodyear tires. Again, last stop for most all these race teams. Also, Ryan Blaney right now coming in. 4 tires for them. They're going to pack it with full fuel. They're also going to put a little piece of tape on the front grille of that 21 car, trying to make that car a little bit tighter for Ryan Blaney. Mike?
Paul Menard on pit road now, Marty. He's been, as he says, wrecking loose. Had a little bit of damage on the roof as well. You see one of the crew members pounding something down and trying to tape a piece of sheet metal down so it's flat. They'll make those repairs, Kelly.
The 48 car has gotten better and better throughout the day. Jimmie Johnson not asking for any adjustments this time down, so it's going to be 4 tires for the 48, Dave.
On this run, Denny Hamlin was running 7th when everyone started pitting. They're going to get a chassis adjustment for him. It was a little tight to start, but now it's looser into the corner for Goodyear tires. Sunoco Fuel, Mike.
They're push on pit road right now, finding a tight condition at the moment. They're going to go with a 4-tire change. That's a call, and an air pressure adjustment, trying to free him up just a little bit as they complete their stop now, trying to get as much Sunoco race fuel in that car as possible, away in 12.5 seconds.
Not bad pit stops by everyone under green flag conditions as Jamie McMurray is making his way onto pit road. Kelly.
And Damon McMurray saying that his car takes off tight and then it turns loose. It's going to be a 4-tire stop in what should be his last time down pit road. Jamie McMurray trying to stay inside the top 16 and make it into the chase.
All eyes will be on the 42 now as Kyle Larson, race leader, has made his way onto pit road for his stop. Marty.
Rick staring squarely at potentially his first career win. Kyle Larson hits with the lead coming down pit road. Now can the pit crew do their job on the money stop of the afternoon? He slides to a stop. He told his crew, I'm very good by myself. It's a little edgy when I'm in traffic, though. 4 tires, no changes, Dave.
Chase Elliott said the 24 car starts off nice, but as I catch him, being the 42, it gets a little bit snug. You got to bail me out here. Air pressure adjustment, and it looks like he may exit pit road ahead of Kyle Larson.
Race for the lead took place on pit road. Chase Elliott in front of Kyle Larson as they exited. Here comes Brad Keselowski. Martin.
Keselowski rolling down to his pit now as well. It appears they have called over the radio for a 2-tire change. We'll see if they do that. They go to work on the right side of this car right now. We reported before just how desperately and how hungry Brad Keselowski is for a win here in Michigan. They'll get it as full of fuel as they possibly can, but they stick with that 2-tire change in under 11 seconds.
How will Brad Keselowski do as he will blend onto the track and try to be in close proximity to race leader Matt Kenseth. Kenseth, Austin Dillon, Newman, Edwards still to come to pit road, as well as Biffle. They're the top 5. Chase Elliott winning the race off of pit road between he and Kyle Larson. Keselowski also was able to get out onto the track in front of Larson after his stop. Chase Elliott, Kevin Harvick. Once pit stop cycle through, it will be Chase Elliott and Kevin Harvick that will be 1 and 2.
So this right here is, you know, when all this cycles back around, we now have a 4-way battle for the lead. We saw Larson and his team, they were slow on pit road, came in with the lead, and now because the 4 and the 2 did on their strategy and have the kind of pit stops they had, now Larson is back in 4th place. So we talked about executing, and could you seal the deal with perhaps the fastest car? Not a great stop on pit road, and it went all the way from 1st to 4th.
Let's talk about strategy. We're now under 43 to go, brought to you by Smithfield Foods. What kind of strategy can you play out if another caution doesn't come out?
Well, we've seen mistakes on pit road already this race with the 78 and the 48 restarts. We haven't seen a lot of restarts, but are we going to go green the last 40 laps, or are we going to have more restarts before the finish?
And we've had mechanical woes, obviously the 34 and the 88. Others we've had problems on the racetrack with issues that are hurting teams that need the points.
So again, Matt Kenseth out in front, still has to come to pit road as we go NASCAR nonstop.
nervous watching this film. He missed a lug nut.
NASCAR America, weekdays at 6 o'clock in a big week building up to the Darlington Throwback Weekend. You won't want to miss any of the action taking place on NASCAR America this week. Kelly.
And now you see Matt Kenseth coming to pit road. His car started off tight. He was hitting the splitter pretty hard, but it has since gotten loose. It was a 4-tire stop. He came down pretty hot, getting to pit road, had to lock him up to get down to that pit road speed. 4 tires for Matt Kenseth.
Working his way off of pit road, and take a look at how he got onto pit road.
Oh, he was hot. He was coming in there such a high rate of speed. The question is, was he able to get it slowed down before he got to those timing lines? Look how hard he's coming in.
And we're hearing from NASCAR, no penalty, no speeding penalty for the 20. Marty.
Austin Dillon also coming in. He was running in the top 3 there, and it's really been a struggle of a weekend for this race team. But today, the car chassis much better for this crew. Austin said he's been a little bit snug in traffic, but that's been about it. 4 fresh Goodyear tires, and or actually 2 fresh Goodyear tires for Austin Dillon. 7-1 on the stop.
These guys are pitting later. That's what they're going to do. They're going to do 2 tires to try to spend less time on pit road to see if they can gain an advantage.
And it says 6th and 7th, but realistically this is for the 2nd position as this race cycles out. Kyle Larson lost the lead on this cycle of green flag pit stops, trying to get back in front of the 2 of Brad Keselowski, who's on 2 tires, to see if he can run down Chase Elliott.
And we've seen Paul Wolfe and the 2 of Brad Keselowski use strategy to get them in position to where they are right now, potentially fighting for 2nd. Marty.
Ryan Newman, one of the Chase Bubble guys, coming in. He's going to take on 2 fresh Goodyear tires here. Rick, remember this is the team that lost 3 right front tires at Bristol and 20 points in the Chase standings. They needed a solid finish today. They're headed towards that right
now. Been running up front as the fight for 5th now, but that was the battle for more than likely 2nd after all of the pit stop cycle through, because right now Greg Biffle, Carl Edwards, and Martin Truex Jr. still have to come to pit road. Carl Edwards already on pit road now. Marty.
Riding along with him as he comes down to his stall. He said he has been wrecking loose in traffic. So much different in traffic than it is when he was up front. They're going to make an air pressure adjustment here in right side tires for Carl Edwards and try and gain a little bit of track position here. Waiting on fuel. Dave Rogers finally sends him.
Just 32 laps to go. The drivers that are coming to pit road now won't need as much fuel to get all the way to the end. That includes Greg Biffle, who hasn't come until now. Kelly.
And this 16 team has been a little bit frustrated by their lack of speed. Greg Biffle said this is the loosest his car has been all day. The plan was for a 2-tire stop. It looks a little bit slower than they'd like there. 9.6 seconds for a 2-tire stop.
Out in front, it's Chase Elliott. Listen into his radio.
Y'all be ready for your caution. You know it's probably coming. All good, buddy. The rain's coming. They don't want it to come. You just focus on driving. It will handle whatever comes at us. Nice and smooth here, man. Just drive it.
Chase Elliott, a kid who might be harder on himself than anybody that's ever watched him race. As we see the 18 on pit road as well. Mike.
And Ricky's been very loose in traffic throughout the course of the afternoon. They're going to make a 4-tire change here. Air pressure adjustment as well. And Sunoco race fuel, he's away, but it's been a frustrating day for Kyle Busch. Dave?
Mike, a 4-tire change for the 78 of Martin Truex Jr. He said we either have a motor problem or a lot of drag. And Cole Purd reminded him, yeah, it's a lot of drag. That left rear still isn't right, and it's killing the speed on the 78.
Almost a parachute as you see the left rear. That quarter panel flopping outside, and that was because of a pit stop error that they had earlier. Chase Elliott goes by. You see the speeds entering turn 1. He was over 211 miles an hour. That's 171 laps into this 200-lap race. Back to the 42, who's running second, 2.7 seconds back. 29 laps to go. Does Kyle Larson have enough time to catch up to the 24?
And it all happened on the pit stop. This is side by side. The green flag pit stop on the left. Kyle Larson, you see slow on the right front tire. The 24, a very efficient right side. They both go to the lefts. It seems like both left sides were smooth, but the damage was done on the right front of the 42. Had a small lead on the 24 and lost it right here, leaving pit road. And then, as you mentioned, Jeff, you put the 4 and Brad Keselowski on 2 tires between them, that small gap turned into 2.8 seconds that Kyle Larson is trying to run down race leader Chase Elliott.
Following the race, stay tuned for the NASCAR America post-race show. It's presented by Advance Auto Parts. And be sure to catch NASCAR Victory Lap at 6 p.m. Eastern, all right here on NBCSN. Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, 2 drivers out front, running 1 and 2 that have never won in the Sprint Cup Series. Only 1 driver has scored their first career win at Michigan. That was Dale Jarrett back in 1991. It was his 29th start when he got that first win. Chase Elliott's 29th start today. Dave Burns.
I knew there'd be some numbers that would work out for Chase. He's hoping it's the final few laps in position number 1. Remember, his crew just got him there, telling them before he pitted, I need you guys to bail me out here. They got him the 1 position he needed, and that car has been stout ever since. Remember, he entered the series with so much promise, but it was the 24. Who could replace Jeff Gordon? Chase Elliott has been solid. He has learned. He has a great team behind him. Today could be that security win that locks him into the chase. Marty?
Dave, we saw the replay of the pit stop for Kyle Larson and his team, and what's been happening all day long, that right front tire, when they go to pull it off, it's been sticking on that 42 car all day long. So they asked Kyle to turn the wheel a little bit more to the left, and just for a second, the front tire changer went back to hit the lug nuts a second time because he thought they couldn't get the tire out because he had missed a lug nut, but he in fact had gotten all 5 lug nuts off of the car. It was just that the tire was stuck in the wheel well. That split second cost Kyle Larson the lead, but now he's gotten his way up to second. He's a little faster than the 24. Can he catch him in these final 20 laps?
21 laps to go.
This race is going to boil down to this right here, lap traffic. Can the 24 get through traffic as quick as he needs to, and can Kyle Larson get through that traffic? So these guys, especially, you're watching right here, you see the gap is closed. We've heard all day long how it's difficult to be in traffic with this package. So can they clear this traffic, and who can clear it the best?
Chase Elliott right now the advantage out in front of Kyle Larson, but Kyle Larson has closed the gap. It used to be 2.8 seconds, now down to 1.2. Take a look at this with Landon Castle.
Yeah, while this was going on, Landon Castle had an issue on the backstretch. NASCAR's looking to see if he put down any fluid between that and the potential of rain that's only about 5 or 8 miles out. Both the 42 and the 24 pushing as hard as they can push for these last 20 laps. This is definitely going to hurt the 42. The 6 of Trevor Bayne took the bottom lane. This is what the 24 is looking for. He had to go through the traffic. How much time is it going to take for the 42 to get through that traffic?
High line for Kyle Larson, and he's got him too wide in front of him once again as he enters turn 1. He'll go through the middle and have to go all the way up the racetrack. The 83 of Matt DiBenedetto pushed him up.
Trying to split the middle. When he did, he got close to the 83 and pulled the air off the 83 spoiler and up the racetrack. Matt had to chase it, so it's kind of a bad break right there.
He had all the way down to 1.3 seconds, Rick. Until that happened in 1 and 2, you see how much it stretched out. This time by, I bet it's upwards of 2 seconds the lead for Chase Elliott over Kyle Larson.
Probably more as they cross the start-finish line. Now it's 2.7 seconds, the gap between Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson.
We talked about traffic, and you know this is just a tough spot. You see DiBenedetto, he gets really loose leaving turn 4. See right here how loose he got? Well, then that opens the door. Now his momentum is lost. So Kyle Larson sees the hole, goes right for the middle, which is the right thing to do. But again, the 83 is already loose, but as the 42 gets close to the 83, it makes him even that much looser. He gets way up the racetrack. Kyle Larson did nothing wrong there. He had to try, with only 18 laps left, he had to try to make something happen quickly. But in doing so, he pulled the air off the 83 car.
Chase Elliott, the 20-year-old out of Dawsonville, Georgia. His father has won at this racetrack 7 times before. Can Chase Elliott finish it out and get his first ever win in the Sprint Cup Series as we go NASCAR nonstop? "13 laps to go, and Michael Annett has a tire go down, bringing out the caution for the 4th time, meaning a restart will have to take place. Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson running 1 and 2. The gap between the two had grown to 2.3 seconds after Kyle Larson had trouble negotiating lap traffic. There's the tire going down for Michael Annett. And when that happened, the caution comes out. Now the field will line up 2 by 2 behind Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson. And if we flash back and you think back to, as we see Annett making his way onto pit road, but think back to the last time Chase Elliott was leading at Michigan. It was the late restart that cost him the win.
Yeah, Chase Elliott had control of this race, and on a late race restart, spins the rear tires. You see, loses momentum. Multiple cars go by. That's really what lost control of the race and hurt the 24.
And earlier restarts today, we've seen Kyle Larson have good restarts. So now it will be Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson, as quite a few cars have decided to come to pit road behind them.
This is the restart earlier. You see the same two on the front row. Well, Kyle Larson did a great job on this restart. Remember, he was not the leader, so Chase Elliott started this race, but Kyle Larson judged it correctly, timed it up just right. A little bit of side draft to get him slowed down, turn left, get away from him, completely cleared him, getting into turn 1.
One of the things I love about this situation as we go to Marty is how we're getting a glimpse of the future of this sport.
Interesting play here for a lot of the guys in the back half of the lead lap here, or actually up front. Kevin Harvick among those pitting. See Denny Hamlin, Jimmy Johnson as well coming down pit road here to get a couple of tires and see what they can do here on this restart. So a good play by these crew chiefs.
Question will be, what will the advantage be with a little fresh? Oh, one of the air guns looks like it came out, and I think I saw that come out with the 4 potentially.
I think the 4 caught the 22's air gun.
So they're going after the air gun. Equipment can't leave the pit box.
Yeah, so you see right here the 4 car comes in, and he's going to take 2 tires and then leave, and the 22 has to come around the 4. So his right rear quarter panel is out pretty good ways. The 4 tries to turn as hard as he can, but right there he catches the hose. So that, when it says that equipment can't be out of the pit box, it'll be interesting to see, because if it's drug out by a competitor, it really is going to be up to NASCAR whether they feel the 22 had control of that hose or not, or whether they had it out in the way of the 4, as you see the pit gun there.
The gun came out. If they were thinking about doing a 4-tire pit stop, Kevin Harvick changed that as he caught the hose coming out of his pit stall. And really, you have to look at this and say this right here is the future of NASCAR. 2 young drivers, the next generation, now running 1 and 2. We've seen them battling on the racetrack, and they will have at least one more restart to determine who's going to be up front at the end of this race.
Yeah, I think what's going to be interesting, not only are they going to have to battle against themselves, but you just saw Kevin Harvick come in and put on 2 tires, and he's going to be starting in 6th place on the outside line. And I think the outside line is probably where you want to be. So we're going to see how much tires matter. Remember, these guys have a lot of laps on their tires. They've been out there for a long time. So we'll see if that play with those tires is going to make a difference.
I wonder if it's in the back of the mind of Chase Elliott on restarts. Let's listen into his radio on restarts.
Yeah, you're just going to have to tell him I can't, if I take the top, whoever it is, I'm not going to be able to wave, because then I'm telling him when I'm going. Yeah, 10-4, the Barbaro got a better push last time.
Yeah, so what they're talking about there is that they really want the car behind Chase Elliott to be able to push him the best possible way, because if he can push him, he can beat Kyle Larson into turn 1. But what he's talking about, if he puts his hand out and he waves when he's getting ready to go, well, Kyle Larson's going to be looking at that. If he sees Chase Elliott's hand move, he's going to go, because he knows that's a signal. So Chase Elliott just has to focus on what he needs to do. Don't overthink this. Have a restart. The same restart you had when you won races, running late models, have that same kind of restart. The goal is to be leading when you get to turn 1, so Kyle Larson cannot pass you side by side.
Coming up on 10 laps to go in this race, Dave Burns.
Rick, Jeff Gordon has a vested interest in this 24 car. I just stepped up and asked him, hey, can you offer us a little commentary here? He goes, let's see how this plays out. Tell him I'm too nervous. I'd love to, but I'm shaking right now.
Hey, by the way, did you guys know The only person to ever win in the 24 was that guy on top of the pit box, Jeff Gordon, the only driver to win in the 24. Chase Elliott might be changing that today. There's Mr. H, Rick Hendrick, team owner, standing next to Ray Evernham, such a talented crew chief for Jeff Gordon. So many wins, and your mentor, Steve.
Yeah, I mean, when you talk about that iconic 24 that Jeff Gordon took to victory lane so many times, it really all started with Jeff and Ray. Rick Hendrick put that team together. It won so many races, and it would be interesting to see. Even if Chase Elliott can't win today, it's already been such a great story to see the son of a Hall of Famer fill that seat and then come out, lead laps, contend for wins in his rookie season.
Hey, let's not forget somebody else that's looking for his first win. Starting in row 2 on the outside lane is Blaney. So don't forget about him. He's a guy that's going to be aggressive trying to get this win as well. So we have 3 of the top 4 have never won, and then back there in 6th we see 2 tires. So
they'll close on Kevin Harvick on 2 tires. Should be interesting through turns 1 and 2.
It'll be 9 laps to go. Chase Elliott on the outside, Kyle Larson on the inside, Ryan Blaney on the outside of row 2, Brad Keselowski on the inside of row 2. 3 of the top 4 have never won in the Sprint Cup Series. That could all change. Green flag back in the air. A tough restart for both of them.
I think they both spun their tires to begin with, and then Blaney got into the back of the 24 and got him almost wrecked.
Kyle Larson out in front. Brad Keselowski running second. Chase Elliott has fallen to 3rd.
9 to go in clean air. Kyle Larson just needs to hope for a caution run. 9 clean laps.
He doesn't want a caution.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
He wants
there is not a
caution. Kyle Larson out in front. He's got a good gap over second place, Brad Keselowski. Chase Elliott running 3rd.
And you saw both cars on the front row spun their tires. That's because they have older tires. It's so much more difficult to get a restart when you have old tires on. They do not make as much grip. So both cars had trouble. 42 of Larson came out on top, though.
And the cars behind them cannot avoid go in either directions until they get to the start-finish line. They have to stay in line until they get to the start-finish line. And there, Chase Elliott makes the pass on Brad Keselowski. He moves up to 2nd, trying to chase down Kyle Larson.
20-year-old Chase Elliott trying to run down 24-year-old Kyle Larson. You mentioned how young these drivers are, Rick. It's unbelievable. And here's a replay of the restart. Look at the front row. Both cars swerving left and right, trying to get power down. The rear tires just spinning.
And both cars getting more help than they really wanted. We talked about a car from behind pushing, but they were pushing so hard that it was knocking the rear tires off the ground. It's hard to get grip like that.
Working their way down the backstretch. Kyle Larson with a 1-second lead over Chase Elliott.
This is one of the hardest things to do as a race car driver. You know you have to make up time. You only have 7 laps to go get it done. You're a second behind. If you drive too hard, you actually go slower. You have to drive the car right on its edge. If not, it actually hurts you. So you want to push hard. The hardest thing to do is not push too hard.
See the gap, about a football field, separating the top 2. And again, they can go at least a football field a second at the speeds they're going. Chase Elliott was the race leader at the last restart. He fell back on a poor restart, back to 3rd, was able to get by Brad Keselowski. Now has his sights set on Kyle Larson, and Kyle Larson has his sights set on his first ever Sprint Cup Series win.
These 2 young men grew up wanting to be race car drivers. That's what they always wanted to do. And now, in the biggest form they could be in, they have a chance to win this race. So this is what they've worked a lifetime for.
99 races since Chip Ganassi Racing has been to victory lane. Kyle Larson wants to reset that statistic. Richard Childress Racing 96, Roush Fenway Racing 79, Richard Petty Motorsports 77. There's the gap between 1 and 2. When they come by this time, 4 laps of racing to go.
Just pay attention to what's in front of you. Don't even look at the mirror. Just pay attention. Hit your marks. Make the lap time that you're capable of making. And if you do that, assuming you have no bad luck, Kyle Larson will win this race.
And think about the month that Kyle Larson's had, like the 42. They had points given up at Watkins Glen, accidents at Bristol, and it's the speeds they're covering here. Any mistake by that 42 will be extremely costly. If he loses any momentum, the 24 will be able to close that gap.
Shouldn't catch any lap traffic. They're far, we just had a restart. The cars are far enough in front, so that shouldn't be a problem.
Working their way through 3 and 4. This time by 3 laps to go. 6 miles remaining in this race. Kyle Larson has a 1.2 second lead over Chase Elliott. Larson, after getting into the Sprint Cup Series, drivers, owners, all looking at how much talent Kyle Larson has had. Everyone continuing to say it's not a matter of when, or it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. When will Kyle Larson get to victory lane? Now, just 2 laps away from his first win. Chase Elliott still trying to close the gap. Can't gain on him that lap. Jeff, as you said, trying to get that perfect lap. Hit your marks every time through.
And as nervous as we are watching this, see if Kyle Larson or Elliott can win this race. Think of all the teams on pit road that are in that Chase bubble, that this is going to change. If he can win this race, how many teams it will affect. We will now, if this happens, have an unbelievable battle between those cars trying to make the chase.
He will be the 13th different winner. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. One more time around, as you mentioned. What a shakeup it will be in the Chase standings. If Kyle Larson can get a win and fight for the championship at season's end. The gap staying the same, about 1.5 seconds. Down the backstretch for the final time, Kyle Larson. From the age of 5, Kyle Larson has only wanted to be a race car driver. And now, as he comes to the checkered flag, Kyle Larson's going to win in the Sprint Cup Series.
Good job, boys. Good job, buddy. I'm proud of you, man. It's been a long...
You did it, baby. First one in Michigan, buddy. That a boy.
Proud of all you guys on the team.
And once again, we've had a weekend sweep. And when I say that, every winner this weekend in each series of NASCAR got their first win. Brett Moffitt in the Truck Series, Michael McDowell in the Xfinity Series, and now Kyle Larson in the Sprint Cup Series gets his first win, the 2014.
Welcome to the chase, Bob.
Can't believe it.
Hear some of those voices on the radio. One of them is Chad Johnson. Think of how great this is for that crew chief first year with Kyle Larson.
And he's going to do his burnouts right in victory lane.
Imagine how much fun that is. Winning your first race. You win your first race, it puts you and your team in the chase. You're right. Think about Chad Johnson. Like he got the crew chief opportunity over Stuart Haas.
By the way, he's got a steering wheel in his hand. Actually just dropped his steering wheel. He was doing burnouts with his steering wheel out the window. Listen to the roar of the crowd. The 24-year-old out of Elk Grove, California.
That's a good jump.
Look at the elation. You saw parts and pieces flying off of that car at the end of the burnout. NASCAR actually told the teams that you're your car still has to pass technical inspection. If you're going to do burnouts like that, I don't think the 42 team cares about that right now. Mike.
I'm pretty sure they care about this victory more than anything else, Rick. And Chad Johnson, the crew chief, helped mastermind the race plan today to get this kid to victory lane. So much has been said about Kyle Larson in the last few years. Finally, he's a victory lane. What does this mean for you?
It means a lot for me. It means a lot for Kyle. You know, it's been a rough few years for me and haven't performed like I wanted to. So we came over here and didn't start off the year like we wanted, but, you know, we found speed throughout the year. And, I mean, the kid's got a ton of talent. And, you know, just ultra proud of these guys. Target, Chip Ganassi Racing, thanks for having me, and I think you'll see more to come from Kyle Larson.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And there's absolutely no doubt there's plenty more to come from Kyle Larson, I would think, Rick.
He's made it to victory lane. Kyle Larson is celebrating at Michigan. You see Kyle Busch making his way in to congratulate the young man. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., part of the Golf Guys Tour. They played golf yesterday. Good friends away from the track. Congratulating Kyle Larson. Rob Kaufman, one of the co-owners, down there with Chip Ganassi. Congratulating Kyle Larson. Everyone coming in. What an emotional win for this young man.
Just an emotional win for Kyle Larson, but you mentioned it, the winless streak for Chip Ganassi Racing been broken.
And they were dominant. They ran very strong today. Marty.
The celebration, the emotion, the elation says it all for Kyle Larson. Big Ed Watkins, his gas man, giving him a hug. I think he's going to hug everybody on this crew. Still has his restraint device on, and of course Chip Ganassi, the man who made it all happen. Wow, the first win. Talk about the emotion, and there's Owen getting a hug and a kiss. Talk about the emotion of this victory, Kyle, and the burnout. How about that?
Man, I was tearing up that whole last few laps because I could just feel that it was finally going to be it. Wasn't going to have a caution. This one's for the Clausen family. We're really missing Brian. We love you guys. We're gonna miss him. We parked it for him, so that's really cool. We had a lot of work to do after the first third of the race and got it done. So thanks to Target, thanks to everybody on this team, Chad, everybody, pit crew. We messed up that last stop, but we made it back.
Walk me through that final restart. It wasn't pretty, it wasn't clean. And I think he's going to talk to a sponsor. Chip's hijacking our interview. So, and Chad Johnson coming in for a hug. These teams have worked together so well since they've gotten together. The final restart wasn't probably as clean as you wanted it. How did you get the lead from the 24?
Yeah, we both spun our tires really bad, and the 2 car, he pushed me really good. He could have probably pulled underneath me and went by, but he stayed with me and got me the lead. So thanks to him. Had a lot of fun.
After that last pit stop, were you thinking our shot's gone because it didn't go well and you went back to 4th?
Yeah, we fell back to 4th and thought we're done. So just at a loss for words right now. I feel like I need to sit down. My adrenaline's going crazy right now. So thanks to all the fans for watching and had a good time.
After losing your close friend Brian Clausen, did you think that, did you think a couple weeks later you would be celebrating being in the chase, which you are now, Kyle?
After AJ got into us, I thought we were done there, Watkins Lid, but good couple racetracks for us, and feels good. So I just want to celebrate with everybody and have a good time.
I'm going to let you talk to the sponsor. I'm going to talk to Chip, your car owner. How about this young man, Chip, and what he's been through to get to this point?
Well, hey, he hung in there with our team. We've been building over the years, and he came on board, did a great job. The team rallied around him. I can't say enough about the kid and the job he's done over the last few years, and it's just been a nice gradual coming up, through the pack, and couldn't be more happy with Kyle right now.
It's been such a rough couple of weeks for him. They lost 59 points in just 2 races, Chip. To be able to do this, to get you guys into the chase, is significance for your team.
Really, really big. I mean, we've been on the cusp for so many years, we got Jamie in there last year, and now getting Kyle in, we couldn't be happier. I'm kind of speechless, to tell you the truth.
And you break a winless streak too, 99 races.
It was a big one. That was a big one, and I hate to put the onus on somebody else, but boy, I'm sure glad to. And I can't thank Target enough. I can't thank all of our other sponsors that make up the team in all the series that we're in. It's one big team. All the management, all the team, all the engineers, all these people work so damn hard. It's you know. And to go winless for so long is really, really difficult. You know, only one person wins in this sport. It's like golf. There's only one winner. And we're just proud to be here right now. Really proud to be here. Proud to represent our team and proud to represent our sponsors.
Rick, I tell you, such an emotional victory lane down here. All these drivers coming to congratulate Kyle Larson. Massive, massive win for this young man.
And you could see how emotional it was as Kyle Larson had to sit down. Take a look at the chase standings. Now, with just 2 races to go, 13 different drivers have won. And look at how close it is now at the cut line. The other Chip Ganassi Racing car right there at the 16th spot with Jamie McMurray.
Yeah, it's really tight now. Ryan Newman is out, 15 points out. But remember, we're going to Darlington. We're going to the Southern 500, one of the hardest racetracks there is in the world. Then we follow that up with Richmond. So Chase Elliott, Austin Dillon, Jamie McMurray, they have to execute. They no longer can coach. They have to execute and have quality races if they're going to move their way in.
Yeah, not just a popular win, but the waves of this win have been felt through the garage area. When you look at those chase standings, the next 2 races are going to be pressure-packed.
As we continue to look ahead to the chase, one driver, one person is going to be focusing on what just happened at Michigan. Kyle Larson got his first win in the Sprint Cup Series that came at Michigan International Speedway. More from the track after this. What a weekend it has been for NASCAR. All 3 winners, first-time winners, Brett Moffitt, Michael McDowell, and now Kyle Larson getting their first wins in each series. What an incredible restart it was for Kyle Larson that ended up getting him this win.
This was the restarted, won the race. You can see the 21 of Blaney is trying to push Chase Elliott, but that actually has Chase Elliott's rear tires off the ground. 42 spins his tires also, but the 2 is not making contact until a little bit later. All that combined really helped.
Yeah, we knew it was going to be difficult to not spin the tires, but I don't think any one of us could guess it was going to be difficult for the whole front row. And then you heard Kyle Larson mention how committed the 2 was to him. Brad Keselowski pushes the 42 into turn 1. He clears the field, gets that clean air, and runs 9 very aggressive yet smooth laps all the way to victory lane.
Jimmy Johnson made his way into victory lane to congratulate Kyle Larson as well. Dave.
Guys, give me a hole right here, please.
Really similar scenario. Chase ends up second here again at Michigan. Describe that final restart for us.
Yeah, just made another mistake. Had 2 opportunities to, get out front there and kind of control the race and let Kyle get a better start on me. I spun the tires and didn't do my job right. So it's about as simple as that. When the tires are spinning, you aren't going forward, and that's what I was doing. So just need to try to do a better job at my restarts and take it the positives, I guess, and try to move on down the road. But it's definitely unfortunate. I hate to hate to let my guys down like that. They bailed me out a few times today, and I gave it right back. So unfortunate, but we'll I guess look at the positives and get to Darlington.
I know both Jeff Gordon and Rick Hendrick came over and talked to you. You managed to smile after Rick talked to you. Are you hearing any of it, the consolation or anything like that from them?
No, I mean not really. It's just you just hate to have an opportunity like that again for a second time to make the same mistake twice here in just a handful of months isn't ideal. So I ought to know better at this point, but as I proved today, I didn't, and I don't. So I need to readjust my restarts, I guess, and just try to do a better job there, and hopefully that'll give us more opportunities down the road.
Chase, you're 27 points above the cut line now. 2 races to go. Can you manage that gap, or can you win at Darlington or Richmond?
Well, if I didn't think we could win, I'd stay home the next 2 weeks. So if I show up to Darlington, if you see me there next week, then yes, I think we can win.
All right, 24 team at Darlington. Let's watch.
Strong finish for Brad Keselowski, third in Michigan Sunday afternoon after leading 14 laps. How would you describe the day?
Yeah, it was a pretty good day, just really solid execution. There was a couple runs there where on the long run, I thought we had really good speed, Mike, and probably top speed, but on the short runs, we didn't have anything for the 42 and 24. Those guys were just really flying there, and they deserved to duke it out for the race. We had one of those late race restarts, and got the Miller Lite Ford up behind Kyle and gave him the best push I could, and I don't know, it looked like something happened to 24, and we both took off and cleared, and I thought, oh man, I'm going to run Kyle for the win. I didn't have enough for him. We were just struggling on those short runs, and he kind of drove away, and 24 got by us. But just another really solid day in Michigan, a lot to be proud of, but not to win we want so badly here. So it's one of those hurts but feels good.
You mentioned that final restart. It had an interesting complexion. The 3 guys you were trying to beat were all fighting for their first career win. What's that like as a veteran, knowing you've got some hungry drivers surrounding you?
Yeah, you're kind of hoping they'll give you a break and run into each other and you can steal one, but those guys they're a little bit too good for that, and they did a heck of a job. They deserve the success they're having.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Brad Keselowski comes home 4th.
Ryan Blaney comes away with another strong top 5 finish. You were in the thick of it. But Ryan, I have to ask, I saw you looking over towards victory lane. What was it like seeing another young driver celebrate his first victory?
I don't know. Good job to him. I don't really care. Congrats on Kyle on the first win. That was cool. That restart, I don't know. We all got bottled up, and I was getting shoved, and I was shoving 24, and we were kind of all spinning our tires. It kind of sucks. He deserved that win. 24 did, but strong run by our car. We ran up front all day and towards the front and stayed out there that last caution, which I thought was a good call. And we worked on it all day, and just a solid run. We want to be in victory lane, but solid run like this doesn't hurt for sure. So I thank Ford and Motorcraft and Quick Lane for all that they do, and we'll go on to Darlington.
All right, thanks, Ryan.
Another solid finish for Ryan Blaney as we see the unofficial results. Blaney, another top 5 finish. Kyle Larson with his first win. Chevrolet finishing first and second with Larson and Elliott.
Jamie McMurray with a solid finish. That's really important since that chase cut line get moving up. Solid finishes are critical.
Yeah, Greg Biffle didn't seem to have the best weekend going, but fought all the way to the finish, ended up with an 11th place finish. I think that's better than they thought they had for a car. And how about AJ Allmendinger? Ended up 15th, ran inside the top 15 for most of the day.
The Allmendinger's had some pretty strong finishes over the past 3 races now. Tony Stewart 2 laps down. A couple other drivers that had issues early on in this race. But again, a lot of guys having a hard time keeping up with the pace that was being set by guys like Larson and Johnson and Harvick and Elliott. Chris Buescher, 7 laps down, finished 35th. He is still 7 points in front of David Reagan for that 30th position. 2 races to go until the chase. Things are heating up. Kyle Larson with a big win here at Michigan. Now let's go to Krista, Kyle, and DJ.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our fans for your support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.